All right, guys, welcome back to another live show. Hopefully, everyone's doing good, having a fantastic Sunday. I got to do something real quick, but yeah, as the title suggests, and the all that, we're going to be showing some madness from a ravaged wolf who lost all control of his senses. It seems like let me show that one. Popped up on my radar again, of course. I had a gut feeling, but I seen Mike Red Creek Research's live show they did when he had Jeff on, and then Big Fat Wolf came on, and guns a-blazing, and what a intro fitting for him. All right. Anyways, I seen that interview and stuff, and then a couple of days passed and stuff, and I had a feeling Mr. Josh was up to his old self of nonstop just talking crap, and came across the first live show I came across, and it was him talking smack about a lot of people, and I'll be showing that. I'm going back. Actually, I'm looking back farther in my archive and trying to figure out which older videos are still relatable. I think this one. Basically, to show more of the same. Like, this is the recurring cycle and stuff. I don't think I have him crying. I'm trying to figure out which one it was that he has him crying and stuff. But it's a big cycle and stuff. When he gets attacked, he claims he gets attacked. He claims that he doesn't do anything. He claims that he never does anything. And yet, the next week and stuff, he'll make live shows and he'll be starting shit and antagonizing and all that. So we're going to take a little bit deep dive on some recent shenanigans. And it's really easy honestly, if you want to go watch Wolf and find how easy it is to drama farm and stuff. Basically, on all his live shows, if you watch, it doesn't matter. You don't even need to watch the entire thing, because all you have to do is watch literally the first 5 minutes, skip around, and he'll start drama farbing, usually on the Sunday shows or Mondays or off random shows at his house or in his car, especially. But Saturday shows, he has guests on. He behaves himself usually. At the end of the show, he starts getting all cranky and ranting and raving about all of his war enemies and stuff. But typically on a Friday show or Sunday show, at the beginning of the show, within first 5 minutes, he'll complain about what's bothering him today or whatever, or it'll be at the end. So it'll be like the last couple minutes and just skip until he basically starts bitching about whatever the heck it is. So you don't need to watch an entire live stream of this dude regurgitating nonsense. You literally can spot the drama and the really the feel and stuff, kind of mood he's in and stuff. If he's grumpy, he's angry, something stupid going on, you literally can tell and see it on him. And he really expresses himself in such a way that he's kind of a man child in such a way. He's 50 years old about, and some of the stuff that you'll see and hear, it is what it is, Dude has a lot going on. He's making a lot of threats, making a lot of claims, claiming that he's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but there's really no proof of any of that going on, really, when it comes to the threats that he's making against people and this and that. And we'll get into some of the videos actually right now once I decide what's the first one we should play, because there are some older ones and stuff that is going to be relatable, and you'll see the ongoing nonsense that is just permeating since February. Goes back farther from February and stuff. So let me I think this is going to be the video. This seems like a good video we're going to start with. I don't know if by playing the audio, I had to shut off my mic. I don't know by playing the audio when I'm listening to that video before downloading if it's going to interfere with that. So, all right, so that's downloaded. Let me play this, and I think this is it's a little bit older. This is a video from back in February.
Wants to keep this war going, stay the hell away from me. Okay? I'm a man of my word. And I gave this man, whether he's honorable or not in your eyes, isn't for us to judge. That's somebody who wants to keep this war going, stay the hell away from me. Okay? I'm a man of my word. And I gave this man, whether he's honorable or not in your eyes, isn't for us to judge. That's between him and God, like I told him yesterday. I said we both have to stand before God for what we've done and said. I will, he will, and everybody here in this chat, everybody listening, everybody who listens to this, you will have to do that. Whether you believe it or not, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to, and I'm going to have to sit there with a long list of things and tell God, I did those things. I said these things. Bear false witness. What I did and what Mike has done is bearing false witness. I did that because I went on someone's word that told me this, and I said, yeah, I believe that this happened. But when you're so angry, there's no but. It was just being angry and prideful and saying mean, nasty things because I was angry. And then Mike retaliated by saying mean, nasty things and bearing false witness. We both did it. Okay? I'm guilty of it. The one thing Rhonda said that was true was that we were both acting like children. And I took that to heart. You were right about that, Rhonda. But the other thing, though, you have to understand, and this is a but to you, you have stoked the flames severely. Severely. You want your brother gone. Like, I don't know, you have a passion for hating that guy like I have never seen. And you may have.
So you'll notice the key things right there is, calling for peace, doesn't want this magical fantasy war. It's back in February. It's still going on now. It's going on before that. He gets in this religious side of, being holier than thou, of, you'll see actually where he literally goes from, like you said, I'm gonna, everyone's gonna stand before God, which I agree, of course. And then, but he goes into like how this war is going to affect directly your direct visit in the afterlife with God himself. Like this direct war that he's literally going through is literally so bad that it's going to affect the very foundation of that meeting. But they also goes into this religious aspect of, calling people Satanists, calling people an evil cabal, or they're doing voodoo magic and hoodoo and all this other stuff. And he's under spiritual warfare and all that. Then, goes into a cycle, he'll start crying and stuff, because he's asking forgiveness. He doesn't want this war and stuff. And then it's back to angry, and then it's back to victim playing where I'm being attacked, he's being attacked, Josh is being attacked, Mr. Wolf, all that. He's attacked. Poor him, poor him, poor him, poor family, poor him. And then he goes down the offensive, gets all butthurt attack, and then it goes into a big cycle again, And I've seen it. I've looked at it. I've seen it enough that it's drama farming at its very finest. And got another video. Give me a second. And I could have had a lot more stuff, but didn't have enough time to really get enough stuff ready in 1 hour worth of doing stuff today. And but there's a lot more stuff that I've seen that I haven't recorded that I know that it's just more of the same of this examples of drama farming, of some issues that going on.
Want to help. Okay, I guess I need to address that really. I'll just address it quickly. These people are doing bad things. I'm trying not to respond. I put a post about it on my Facebook, and I don't want to do it on the show. So let's move on from that. I'm not giving them any more air, oxygen. They're literally making my life hell. But the worst part about it is, folks, is that they're attacking my wife. And if they have attacked you or messed with you, and I'm sorry, I sincerely apologize. I've gotten messages from people saying that they've said things and done things. Unfortunately, it's free country to a degree, and they have the ability to use YouTube as a platform just like I do. It's their right.
This view of him that he just gave, his opinion and stuff, this will change, and you will hear it from him himself of all of this changing and stuff.
We are going through hell. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. But I'm doing everything I can to keep it together and not let these people. What am I looking for here, Anthony? I don't know. Do you want to say something? I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss.
To not let them get the best of us. Is the camera panning?
Mm-mm.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So, animal behavior, right? I think these things understand what we are. And I think you mentioned.
All right, so you're going to see a change from that sadness, depressive state, poor him and stuff, all these guys are just doing stuff until he's going to change. And then, you're going to see a totally different side of him. We're going to go through some of these videos, older videos and new videos. You're going to see the cycle. You're going to see how it's manipulation at its finest. And there's some, a couple of weeks back, he was threatening to shut the channel down and blah, blah, blah. He's making more threats and stuff, making more ultimatums to people and stuff like that. And we're going to go through it and make sense of his logic and the logic that they're using, which doesn't make sense because in reality, anyone who, like we're going to see, uses social media is going to be able to understand like the stuff that they're about to say in these later video clips that we're going to show that what they're doing doesn't make sense, and their ultimatum is that an ultimatum. It's a threat. It's they're and so we're going to get into that clip. That's a little bit later. We're going to take a look at some of these and stuff because lately, came across some stuff, and he seems to be having a hard time keeping my name out of his mouth. He's not using my name per se, but it's easy enough to get a clear understanding that he's very butthurt and stuff. But we're gonna keep showing this drama farming con artist who, I don't know, like you said, I got don't got some clips ready and stuff, but I do got some stuff in the future that we're gonna question, what's really going on behind the scenes in there, and how is all the money that they keep making going drained away to whatever, and they're not able to purchase camera equipment or fund conference or do some of these other things, and all the money seems to be disappearing, and they're always needing more and more and more. It doesn't really make sense and stuff. It's kind of odd. So but that is not for this show. That's going to be a different show, as I have to get more stuff to check out and look at, and basically stuff from their own mouth. It's them talking about all this stuff. So let's get get ready to this next one. I can't remember exactly what this one is going to be talking about. I'm not sure if it's going to be relatable, but it probably will show something interesting. If not, then I got to I'm thinking that is, I don't know. It's been a while. Hopefully everyone's doing good. But you'll notice, the conflict, the war, the suffering that he's going under, his wife's going under. His wife is the one who goes into chats first and attacks people and calls out people. And then when you respond, well, now you've just attacked her and she's suffering and she's going to cry to Wolf. And now he has a reason to not like you and say, oh, you're attacking his wife and blah, 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 blah. And this is how it goes. And, Wolf doesn't delete comments. You can say whatever you want on his channel. He says it all the time. He won't delete the comments, but Anthony will. His nephew will. Other people will. So the comments do get deleted. He says it all the time. I don't delete comments. I don't delete it, but everyone else around him does. And it's kind of this half-assed joke. All right, so let me get this ready. Oh, I think in this one he's going to be crying and stuff. Like I said, it goes in a cycle. It goes into, claiming he's being attacked. They do nothing wrong. His wife's suffering. Their families are suffering, blah, blah, blah. And it goes to, they wanting peace. They don't want to be a part of this, throwing the religious aspect into it, eventually crying over this drama and the suffering. And then it switches over to attack mode and bad mouthing and charging and riling everyone up, or before the attack mode, it goes to, well, we have to drama farm and shut the channel down, and sorry guys, it's so stressful. Several times he's done it, and then from we're going to shut the channel down, guys, it's too much, too stressed, to go on the attack, tough guy, we're not going to let this affect us, and they go on the attack, and then it recycles. Oh, we're being attacked, we're not doing anything, I want peace, I don't want this, and they're not Christians, and we're being attacked by evil cabal members, and then it just fucking recycles. And that seems how they operate, and cause this drama farming, and they actually like engaging. His wife likes to engage other channels and attack and cause drama, and then they screen capture every single thing, and then they post it to their another group, Paranormal Roundtable News Facebook group, right? When it has all the drama they collected, and since it's a private Facebook group, they won't get in trouble from any opinions that they have. But if I show some stuff on here, oh God, man, he's going to threaten to sue me, threaten to do this, threaten to do that. Double standard stuff. But we're gonna take a look. We got some of that clips actually of him talking about that and saying such things. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chats and stuff. Hello to everyone in the chat. I see everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I didn't. All I did was make this and stuff. I didn't advertise this or share this to Facebook or any groups and stuff. So I don't expect a lot of people, but it's okay. This is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. All right. Let's see. I downloaded that one. Let me pull it up.
Over yourself? Over yourself? I'm sorry for anything I've said or done to somebody to hurt your feelings or to be mean or nasty. These people, and even though you've done and said the things you've done, I don't care.
I want you guys to remember this, what he's saying right here, and how he's crying and feeling, and how he feels and how he doesn't want to do this, because we're going to show the exact opposite.
There's something higher, bigger than all of us, and more important than all of us. And you need to find that. All of you. I'm being serious. I'm talking from the heart. I'm talking as honest and as God-fearing as I can possibly be. Learn to forgive. Forgive me. Forgive yourself. If you have any love in your heart for truly have love in your heart for Jesus, then stop. Please. Leave me alone. I quit answering. Quit talking to these people. I don't want anything to do with you. If you just leave me the hell alone, I will leave you alone. And I was doing that. And you said things that were not true. And even that, I don't care. I forgive you. This is not an act. This is me telling you, please, stop. Just leave me alone. I will leave you alone. I won't say another word. If you could just, please do that.
All right. You heard it. You heard it, right? Right. Crying and stuff, asking for, if he's going to actually do that, then we should see it, that he's not going to cause drama and start stuff and be angry and, what do you say, bear false witness and gossip and all sorts of stuff. Right. Right. Notice the crying and all that. Right. If you feel so deeply about it, then why would he, after this was back in February, why would he now, after I really haven't mentioned him and stuff, haven't done him in big videos, call me out? And I feel the need to waste so much energy, time, making fun of not only me, but whatever other people were on his mind. He has nicknames. He won't say your name or their channel name, but he'll rhyme it. I'll rhyme it with something else. And he doesn't like to say people's real names. And he has nicknames for people, but he's calling people out and stuff. And, he thinks he's being sly. And it's kind of funny. I mean, it's like he doesn't have the balls as a man to really say, hey, Josh Turner, I'm talking about you, right? Mr. Wolf, right? He can't do that, right? Because his lawyer says that he can't do that. He doesn't have the free speech to name a person online that he disagrees with or has an opinion about and stuff, or all that good stuff. All right. So notice that the crying, he doesn't want to do it, right? So we should see him not doing it. All right, give me a minute to get the next one set up as we move along into the future and stuff, as we get into the stuff we literally posted just days ago, the other night. as you'll notice that it's never stopped. He's not stopping. He doesn't want to stop. It's kind of funny. And we'll get into the very stuff that he's saying and threatening and issuing and stuff, right? In his very own words, because he's getting hot and heavy. But again, only he's allowed to do the sort of things that he gets so pissed off about and is threatening to sue people and send letters of cease and desist and stuff like that. So give me 1 second. Check this video out real quick. All right, so this video is going to be talking about how Wolf's wife and Wolf's wife, how this next video is going to be talking about how Wolf's wife basically was went into my chat trying to start shit, and Mr. Wolf is going to throw some lies out there and claiming things, and I'm going to actually show some real screenshots of the actual comments and stuff, and you just read it for yourselves and think with your own brain what you hear from him versus what you're going to read, and you can go back onto the live stream and the channel, and all the chats are there. I don't delete chats. I don't delete comments and stuff. I don't do that crap. So it's all there. Unless they deleted their own comments, it should be there. I appreciate everyone in the chat, everyone who is here, voicing the concerns, giving me advice and all that. I definitely hear you and appreciate it and stuff. Sometimes you just you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you definitely sorry, get this up. You got to do stuff that you know in your heart is right and stuff. You kind of get a, get some gut feelings and stuff like that.
I don't know what your deal is, dude. I could say this, dude. You need to watch out how you talk to people, because me, I'm cool. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm not going to care. You're just another little jerk that's thinks he's more than he is. And if you hadn't engaged a bunch of my friends over there, Bettina, you ran her down, and you ran down Nelly, and you ran down Clough, and you ran down whoever went over there. I wouldn't say anything to you because I wouldn't care. But you're messing with people that I care about. Okay. And so when they went over there and you had somebody in there talking about Carrie Arnold, and then you jumped on there and started talking more trash. Carrie Arnold's gone, dude. You shouldn't be talking about people who are deceased, and when Bettina said something, you jumped on her. Now, I'm going to tell you this, dude, you and all your little cronies. I know a few of those people, that little pack of little morons that you run around with. You're all a bunch of little Bigfoot, whatever that group is called. If anybody could tell me the name of it, I'd appreciate it. The Common Sense of Bigfoot, something that Steven Struvet runs that group. And he, they jumped on my wife in there because she didn't know what kind of group it was. She got an invite. She posted her attack, and I was told, hey, stay out of that group. That it's just a trap. They attack people.
All right, so we're gonna again. He claims that some guy was talking shit about Carrie Arnold, and then his friend made a comment, and then I jumped on her ass and attacked her and stuff. And this literally says Wolf's trying to draw attention to himself. Reminds me of that guy that partnered with Carrie Arnold Where's the guy who was talking shit about Carrie Arnold? He's not talking about Carrie Arnold. He's actually was talking about Mark Zaski, the guy who partnered with Carrie Arnold, right? And then Bettina, that's her name. That's what he said, right? His friend said, you do know that Carrie Arnold is dead, right? He literally didn't say anything about Carrie Arnold. Like, what's the problem? Why say that? Right? Why instigate? Why attack stuff, right? And then she goes from, do you know Carrie Arnold's dead? And then she goes to talking about Wolf. How I hope you know the full story of how this whole thing started in the first place before speaking negatively about Wolf. She's not talking about Carrie Arnold and stuff. And when I talk to her and stuff, I'm talking about Wolf. Going to war, right? Call anyone who still calls themselves wolves, right? Going to war, right? He's been suffering as of late, apparently, in his unending war on terror. Better pay him more money or he won't do the shows anymore because he's grumpy. And it's a waste of his time. This was back in February. It cycled all over again, and they were about to shut down the show just, 3 weeks ago? Because of Clough, his buddy, who wasn't really his buddy because, once, your buddy turns on you, well, he was never his friend. And they had a big old fiasco and right. War continued on and they're all butthurt. And all right. So constantly angry, fragile, delicate. It's a weak man, a con artist, right? Where do I talk shit about Carrie?
Now, I'm going to tell you this, dude. You and all your little cronies, I know. And so when they went over there and you had somebody in there talking about Carrie Arnold, and then you jumped on there and started talking more trash. Carrie Arnold's good.
You mean the guy who said Wolf trying to draw attention to himself reminds me of the guy who partnered with Carrie? Is that the guy who was talking shit? And then I started jumping in and talking shit? See, this is the problem. He lies, right? Did we not show this? You guys can go back to the live chat. You can look at all the comments. I mean, just you heard what he's saying. You're seeing what's there. Go back and go ahead and look. You don't need to believe me. Just go investigate for yourselves. Just go listen to what he says and go look for yourself. This is the evidence, right?
Gone, dude. You shouldn't be talking about people who are deceased.
I shouldn't be talking about people who are deceased. Where did that happen? Right? He tells lies to his big channel, his massive following. They honestly don't look and investigate for themselves, and they believe what is regurgitated from this ogre's mouth, and they literally believe everything he says. And it's kind of funny because if you go and investigate, it seems like he's just talking out of his ass, making up stuff on the fly. And the fact, I think that's what we're going to show in a little bit, what he does on this rant and rave, just regurgitating stuff, coming up with stuff on the fly, off the cuff, nothing scripted. And I think definitely when he does his shows by himself and he's just winging it, coming off the cuff in these stories, and he always talks to tells the story in first person as he's the person, and it's always regurgitating the story elements as he walks through the story as the person who's telling the story. And we'll see how he does that in the same when he's making up with people and acting and trying to be in his words, it's just funny, just being funny and stuff like that, not attacking anyone, of course. So that's another lie. Well, in my opinion, it's a lie. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you think differently based on what you see and experienced with your own eyes and hear. Just go look for yourself, investigate, and decide what you think. Okay. All right. So this is but these videos are from this next video is going to be from February 8th. Okay, a couple months ago. And we're going to show some brand new videos this week, and it's the same old stuff. It's the cycle of the drama farming that he does. All right. So in this next video, this is one of the videos that he made back in response of when I first made a bunch of clips of him talking bullcrap and giving my opinion about what he's saying. You know, so some of the stuff uh, is going to be the response of that, and then you'll see how, you know, again, if he's doesn't want to rage war, doesn't want the drama, doesn't want the anguish, doesn't want to end up in hell because of all this stupid crap that he claims, right, is going to be greatly affecting that. This is more of that. All right, so exit this. Pop up this next one as we're try to fly through these stuff as fast as we can.
I know that in one video, he's got like these little handheld deals, and he's doing push-ups. Okay.
That's right. I as you guys probably noticed, as a couple live streams ago, we did 200 push-ups on this live stream. He was talking about the short that I have from last year, where I did a couple push-ups and talking about how you can do 100 push-ups a day if you just try, basically, right? And he's making fun of me for doing some push-ups on the perfect push-ups, which help stabilize your wrist and not bend it like this. Because when you're doing push-ups like this, it's harder compared to if you're like that. So again, you know, making fun of people who working out and stuff like that, you know. But if you do that to him, you know, it's horrible and stuff. So he has an issue with that. He has an issue with me and everything else. And we're gonna see how it progressed from February to this last little video that he made.
Okay. And he claims that I can't do one push-up. Dude, you have no idea. Okay. I train all the time. I worked out last night. I did legs. I constantly am in the gym all the time. I'm not a big fat goofball. Okay. Everybody keeps saying that. Like, you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. So what they want me to do is give them validity by going to try to prove something to you. There's videos out there from last year of me literally throwing up 660. So I can tell you this, dude. I mean, like, I can literally repost those videos, okay? I can show you videos of me hitting a heavy bag, a speed bag. I can videos of me kicking things, punching things. What is that going to prove? It's not going to prove anything. You're never going to do anything about it to me. You're never going to fight me. And
so here's a really good segment. He actually did show the videos of him pumping some weights where he's sitting down, and it actually is kind of impressive for a fat guy, 300-pounder who's just sitting down doing much. See, the reason why I said let's do push-ups is because you're not just engaging arms, right? You're engaging your muscles and stuff. And as a bigger guy, and as a guy who claims to be going to the gym and looks like a sack of potatoes, right? Maybe it's just the genes, right? Different style and stuff, you know. He's just a full out power lifter type of style and stuff. That's not really how, if you really want to get in shape and lose weight and actually look good and be functional and stuff, you're not going to do what he was doing and give advice for him, you know. If you want to get in shape, do push-ups. Don't get on a sit bench and just work your arms and be isolated. You need to do whole body workouts and stuff. And the reason why I challenged him to doing some push-ups, and the reason why he won't do push-ups is because, well, he really can't do push-ups, right? He can throw some big weights around with his arms, but when it comes to using your spine, your abs, your legs, your quads, your knees, your ankles, your toes, wrists, and everything else, maybe he's not as strong as he thinks. That's why he doesn't like to do push-ups and stuff anymore. But another reason and stuff is he always claims he wants to fight people and stuff. You know, why do we need to fight if you want to, you know, claim such things and be a man and stuff? You know, honestly, I've challenged him to some push-ups and stuff. Honestly, it's just do a live stream, do some bunch of push-ups, right? You don't have to want to fight someone and stuff, right? But right here, he always goes to, well, you know, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to fight me and stuff like that. And it's like, well, does he want to fight me? Because I don't ever want to fight him. I mean, why would I want to fight a big fat 50-year-old guy who's going to have a heart attack within the first minute. It's not really a good look for me. Not a good challenge, right? You know, he's used to people who don't know how to fight and are scared and stuff, you know. It's not the same, you know, when he's 50 years old and wants to get into street fights, wants to get into fights. That doesn't happen. That's not how you should be thinking at that point, you know. You don't get into fights with younger people and stuff and think that you're going to do big and bad and stuff. That's how you get hurt. And the biggest thing is he's a bully. He always wants to fight people. He always uses that against people. And I got a video of him actually threatening me, threatening people on video and stuff, because he can't stop running his mouth when it comes to being Billy Badass and wanting to fight people and what he thinks he can do if something went down or if he would do something and blah, 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 blah. Seems like he has a lot of time to just think about in fantasy and think about all this stuff. As we see in these new videos, you know, he had a lot of time to do a whole video of ranting and raving of nonsense. The wolf foaming at the mouth in a ravenous rage, as we'll see.
You're very scrawny. You have very narrow shoulders. You're a weak individual. I don't know why they're in there. Some of my friends are in there, and I guess they just fight with these people all day long. Well, he's one of those people. Like, he's one of those, like, flesh and blood Bigfoot people who feels like it's their duty to go around and attack everyone who doesn't believe like them. And so I guess it was my turn, and he thought he was going to, like, make some big impact by coming in and throwing a Superman punch while other people are punching me.
We'll see how much of an impact I guess I've had in this latest video from him.
Dude, let's be real honest, okay? At this point, if you haven't figured out that I'm impervious to that, you're not going to stop me. I guess what I'm supposed to do is go and make a video of me lifting weights. So
all right, so let's move on to the next one, because that's all he's going to be doing in that. And he actually did show the video of the weights. I'll give him that. He showed himself like 5-10 years ago lifting weights. He didn't show himself lifting weights that next day or week or whatever. He showed a 5-year-old video or whatever it was. All right, let's see. Did that. I think it's this one. Give me a second. Yeah, this is the type of dumb stuff we're about to listen to. That is just you know. But if you remotely say any of the things that he's about to say in this video towards him, if you said the stuff that he's saying towards him, buddy boy, he's gonna write a letter with that lawyer and he's gonna mail it to you, and he gonna laugh and he's gonna brag about it, and but he can do it. It's no problem. It's no problem. You know. There's no problem there, right? All right, so let's take a look at it. It's 10 o'clock.
that's what he is. That's what he does. He watches my videos like he does with other people, and he's a mean little shit, and he picks apart everything you do and say. And for me, he's talking crap about he.
Yeah, I do pick out stuff that people say, because, you know, I watch people, I observe people, I wonder to see what they say over time and stuff, like the bullshit that comes out this guy's mouth.
And if we met in an alley, well, what do you think's going to happen? Okay, obviously, I'm going to walk out of the alley. You know, I've been doing that for years, like just shutting people like him down. Obviously, we're not.
So again, what would happen if we met in the alley? Is he saying that he would attack me and fight me, and that he would make sure that he'd be walking out of the alleyway? Is that what I just hear? Is that what he says? Right? Is that a threat? Right? Would if that was said to him, how butthurt would he be calling that lawyer writing up the letter, right? But when he says it to other people, well, he'll spin it and, well, he didn't mean it like that. Well, what would you mean? If I meet you and if I'm walking down the alley and you're behind me and I don't see you, are you going to jump me? Is that what that meant? What happens if we met in the alley? I'm walking through an alley. What's wrong with walking through an alley? What are you talking about? What's your beef? What's your concern? What's got you so riled up that you will unleash violence upon me if I step foot in an alleyway, the same alleyway that you're in? I never, ever said I want to fight this guy. I've never said anything like that. I've never said anything like that until he's made the next couple threats that we will hear and stuff. Why does he want to fight me so much? What would happen? I'm confused. Maybe he needs to explain that in front of a judge, since he wants to go to court and sue people, exactly what he would do if he seen me in an alley. You know, what am I, taking the trash out? What's he going to do? He's going to make sure he walks out. What does that mean? Doesn't sound like he's going to say hi and walk by and make sure he gets out of the alleyway safely, right? Sounds like he's going to try to jump me or beat me up or make sure that my face is in the ground while he walks away out of the alleyway. It didn't sound friendly, right? Does that sound like a threat? Does his lawyer think that was a threat? He thinks what other people are doing, thinks what I'm doing right now is liable. And that's not? What do you call that? Let's keep moving on. Let's hear what he says the rest of the time.
Going to meet face to face happen, okay? Well, what do you think of your age, all right? And if we met in an alley, well, what do you think's going to happen, okay? Obviously, I'm going to walk out of the alley. You know, I've been doing that for years, like just shutting people like him down. Obviously, we're not going to meet face to face, so you can run your mouth, your chubby little mouth, and you know, with little to no consequences.
So he gets to run his mouth with little to no consequences and make threats like if we met in an alleyway. What? I would say if we met in an alleyway and he assaulted me, he attacked me, I'm going to defend myself. So I don't know. Is that a threat? If he fucks around, he's going to find out. Is that a threat? Or is that a declaration of my defense? If this buffoon attacks me in an alleyway for no apparent reason other than he wants to do it, I guess he's going to find out. Is that a threat? In my opinion, it's a declaration of defense. If he's going to fuck around, he's going to find out. He's the one initiating everything, right? He's going to fuck around, right? He's going to attack me, right? If he sees me in the alleyway, what? He's going to make sure he's the one going to leave. Guess he'll find out, right? Since that's what he thinks about. But remember, they were suffering. They're suffering. They're going to be suffering, right? We're going to see the cycle. We're going to see this change to being sad and depressed and boo-hoo them. And then it's going to go back to this and other threats. Okay. So remember this. All right. So let's get to the next one, which I think is going to be more of the newer videos, I believe. So let's skip around, and then got to find the one where he makes some pretty good threats. So give me a second. Let me listen to this. All right, give me a second. So this is going to be an interesting one of him ranting and raving and stuff, right? Because he's being attacked. He's a victim. He does nothing bad. Give me a second. All right, so in this one, it's kind of funny because they can do nothing wrong. They don't do anything wrong, right? They never attack people. They don't make fun of people. That's not who they are. They don't want to. You've seen him crying. Do I got to show it again where he's crying? And in his own words, he's in fear of God and the fact that this all drama of warfare is going to affect him and make him go to hell and all that. But yet we're about to see, again, more crap that doesn't make sense if we're believing the words that is coming from this person's mouth that we've already shown and keep showing. You just got to listen to what he says. You watch it a little bit at the beginning, you watch a little bit at the end, maybe you skip around real fast, literally skip around real fast, and you're done. It's you don't have to watch literally the entire his 3-hour shows, 4-hour shows. No, that's nonsense. You need to honestly skip around within the first 20 minutes, last 20 minutes. That's it. He'll do the rest.
So, folks, yeah, we have a show tonight. I was just a little bit of theatrics, man. Just, when you're constantly under attack and people are hating and they're jealous, all you can do is laugh. That's all you got. They can't do what I do.
Yeah.
The latest round was he done talking about.
Like seriously, this is a point where he makes a lot. Is we all can't do what he does, which is regurgitate the stories that he hears from other people, as if there's value into that. Well, keywords right here, as if there's value into that, when the real data is the real eyewitness, because we can ask the real eyewitness what the creature looked like, how tall the creature was, what the environment was and stuff, and full, better, key information that's more valuable than anything that this guy can remember to regurgitate that he heard. That data, keyword data, that, and I've been talking about this, that keyword data from real witnesses is more valuable than anything this buffoon can regurgitate out of his ass. Remember that.
Attack and people are hating and they're jealous, all you can do is laugh. That's all you got. They can't do what I do.
Yeah.
The latest round was he done talking about. Oh, I was wondering when the rest of the community would catch on to luchador, whatever. He called me a luchador. So he's basing the rest of the community on one little insignificant troll who has less than 2,000 people that subscribe to him. Who?
Remember that, right? Remember, I'm an insignificant troll. Insignificant. Remember that. You heard it from him.
Who makes it his mission to make fun of and attack people week after week after week. And I got my turn. So, boy, they're just having a field day. They're like, yes, our new hero.
I don't get the big beard thing either. Like if you're, I don't know what it is with these fat, soft doughboys, like these doughy dudes that are just, they have no muscle mass on them. They're just fat. Like if you put your finger on any point in their body and you took it away, you would see an indentation and it would be like jelly. It'd be like jello. But they grow these big old beards like they're fooling someone. Like, you're not fooling. I promise you, no one is mistaking you for a big burly mountain man with farmer strength. Everyone just sees a big fat dude. Imagine Pillsbury Doughboy with a beard. You're not tough. You're not intimidating. You're just fat and soft, and you have a big beard.
Well, actually,
the big beard doesn't hide your fatness. It doesn't make you like.
It doesn't make you look rugged either.
It's like skinny people who cover their arms in tattoos. It doesn't hide your scrawniness. You still look like you just crawled out of a concentration camp, or like when skinny, like really skinny people or like really fat people, when they wear like really baggy clothes, it's not hiding your shape. So the big beard is not doing anything for you. You need to lose weight and go to the gym and just look good. Why don't you actually take care of yourself instead of just growing a big burly beard? A beard doesn't make you a man. You're still a fat, soft doughboy. It's all you are. No one respects that.
Well, anything that weighs more than a spoon, I think they can't.
But the dude that attacked me that they're all jumping in with, I think his whole thing was just jealousy. I mean, he talked about my jewelry, he talked about me being tough and whatever, and just, he went all in on this. And
again, they're allowed to make fun of people, assume things they don't know, and call me fat and Pillsbury, and just go watch the live show. I did 200 push-ups in the live stream, and asked other researchers to get engaged in physicality, because if we're going to go out there and hike and chase Bigfoot and other creatures, let's do some push-ups, right? If you can't do some push-ups, and you're going to tell me to go look for Bigfoot and all this, and your guts hanging out a mile past your belt, I kind of just okay. Let's change that stereotype of this redneck Bigfoot who's fat. Bigfoot researcher who's fat and, doesn't look like he can really, he's going to go far out there. Come on now. And plus, everyone generally needs to get healthier and stuff. And the best way to do that, the easiest way to do that, is simply to start exercising. And the push-up, even if you have to do it on your knees, even if you have to do a wall push-up, even if you have to do it on a chair, you got to start somewhere. Beneficial. It will help you so much. And, don't take advice from Mr. Wolf, who says he goes to the gym and does all this stuff and doesn't look anything. So, no, I still have issues and stuff. We're about to play a video of Josh still having issues with me, of one of his last live shows he just did just a couple of days ago, of him ranting and raving as a wild wolf, foaming at the mouth, literally calling me out and making fun of me and I guess a couple other people and stuff. So it's kind of brought to my attention, and it's a gut feeling I had, actually. And I'm pretty right about this gut feeling and stuff. Like a little birdie tells me to go here, go look here. And lo and behold, easy enough and stuff. So we're going to show that, Brent. We're going to actually show that this is a response to that he, again, this video, these videos I've just showed, this whole live stream so far, those were back in February, right? He just made a video just a couple days ago about me because I'm insignificant, right? I'm a little troll channel. I don't matter to him and stuff, but yet it seems like they just watched a live show and were regurgitating some of my talking points that I've been making, actually. So that's pretty much what we're going to get into, Brent. So stick around. We're about to jump into some of the more recent stuff that I got lined up. And I'm going to be honest, I will put this video back up because I do want to say something.
So, folks, yeah, we have a show tonight. I was just a little bit of theatrics, man.
As soon as I seeing this video and stuff, I was going to say it, but Brent, then you definitely are making sure. So Anthony's on the left, right? Anthony is a loudmouth, likes to talk shit and stuff. Tony, who's on the right, is actually the most respectable and seems to be the most humble out of this whole group of them, honestly. And I have no issues with him. He's always seemed to be nice, respectable, and courteous and kind to others, and humble. And gets picked on by Anthony there, seems like, and stuff. And so I have no issues with him at all, actually, in fact. And I hope that if he sees any of this stuff and all the goofy stuff that I put around him, I hope he gets a kick out of it and stuff. I hope he doesn't get offended. And if he does, then oh well. But so I'll be honest about that point, because I have no problem with him at all. I have no problem. He's never said really anything other than parroting what Anthony might say, but he's never on his own said anything or announced something or made any issues that matter, right? So, all right. So now we're going to look at Josh getting really mad at Clough, right? Remember Clough, Brent, who made that video upon me? Well, Mr. Clough and Mr. Wolf, Mr. Josh, they had a big feud and blowout, and Josh about shut down the channel because of Clough and all this issues, and they're throwing stalker this, and all this and all that, and right. So, but here we go, where he's mad and threatening people with the lawyers and stuff. But remember that threat he made of if he sees me in the alley, he's going to make sure he walks away. What does that mean? My back's turned away from him. He's going to make sure he walks out of that alley for what? What reason? If you want to go back to that, Brent, listen to that segment. All right, so in this, he's ranting and raving because Clough and some other former friends of him, right? Old former friends. Wolf claims turned on him and stuff, and they're stealing this stuff and causing a lot of drama the last month and stuff. I haven't done anything. I've just been reporting on it last month. If I said anything about Josh, I've just been reporting. I haven't been fun of, called him out, really, other than what I would say anytime someone asks me what my opinion is about him. Con artist and making up stuff, right? So nothing too heavy. Definitely no threats like he likes to make.
A paranormal channel and leave us alone. Go away. We got everybody out of that group and left it to you because it's your group. And I cannot leave my people in that group, because if I do, you can say and do whatever you want. You already took the other group because you're a petty person. That's why. So you keep that group. You do what you got to do. You have it. And when I told Clough that this was going to get worse, this is what I meant. He's like, sounds like a threat to me. Yeah, it sounds like a threat because everything sounds like, whatever it is, I think I see, becomes some debased threat to me. That's you, Clough. That's you. Everything is a threat. Everything. So you can try to build some sort of case like I'm a monster. Remember, you got to take the giant down. Because up.
He's actually talking about himself when he claims he takes everything as a threat and documents it. That's what he does. That's what he literally does, and we'll talk about in the next clips.
To this point, you've done nothing but make character assassination videos, which you could be sued for, too, by the way. And I hope they do. I hope they sue the shit out of you. You make one about me, and I promise you, on the Holy Bible, I'm going to sue you for everything. You make anything about me, not only is it going to be a cease and desist, you're going to be breaking that, you are going to be sued. I'm saying it right now in front of the whole freaking world. I'm going to sue you all. And just because you're in Germany, Phil, don't mean you can't be sued either. Threatened with legal action? No, sir. A promise. It is not a threat.
well, you can see how angry he was getting at those individuals and stuff, causing a lot of drama and turmoil. And he started issuing several ultimatums to the channel that he's going to take it down, and all this and all that. And, if you're friends with them, you got to pick one or the other. And it was a big deal with some big names, but, seems like it got resolved for the most part. Josh didn't lose too many of his buddies that he was so afraid of in this moment. And like I said, he's allowed to make fun of everyone else. We can't, have a little comedy, have a little commentary, have a little opinion and stuff, right? No. He's going to sue, right? You've heard the threats, right? So what I'm doing right now, he gets all mad and he's going to sue and all this and all that. Well, what's going to happen if you see me in the alleyway, right? You said it yourself. You're going to make sure you going to leave. Make sure you leave. You're going to be the one walking out of that alleyway, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? Ask your lawyer what that means, right? Why don't you ask him? I'm sure he's going to ask you. All right, so let's move on, right? Let's move on for that. You heard the threats. You hear, it's what he basically regurgitates and threatens people with. If you say anything against him, he's going to write up a letter, send it to you, and sue you. Because you're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to have a First Amendment right called free press and your own commentary on news-related stuff that you're disseminating and articulating to the community that wants to view the news and listen to that kind of news in the type of community, right? So nothing that we are doing is anything that he claims, and I am giving my personal opinion. And like I said, you go listen to what he says, you go listen to what I says, you do your own investigation, and you find what you want to decide, right? I'm not telling you what to think. I'm giving you my own opinions of this matter and what I think of him. I want you guys to use your own brain. You go listen to what he says, go ahead and listen to that and figure it out. Don't be some brainless robot waiting for someone to shovel in a brain for you. Program you, right? Telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Right? All right, so let's move on to recent videos. Those were old videos. 2 months old, right? 2 months old, right? And skip around. I thought I had maybe it's on StreamYard. I thought I had one of him making another threat, but it's not over there. And I'm not sure if it's going to be on here. Because when I had a process of uploading videos and stuff, if I could upload it to StreamYard and stuff, there wouldn't be a backup saved anywhere. But if I uploaded it and doing it through my computer, there's a backup saved file that's not a hard copy that would ever be deleted and stuff. So I can go back and always have these videos. But the videos that I uploaded to StreamYard and did it off of that and stuff, I might not have the backups and therefore would have to go back and actually redo those videos. And in particular, it was the one where he says, Josh says to me, and I've played it on some of these live shows. He says, he says, I would never, basically, I would never go up there and do anything to you, but if I did, you would never know. He says that, right? But if you say anything, you talk about him, show his picture, he's going to sue you. Meanwhile, he's literally making threats about wanting to fight people and make sure he's going to leave the alleyway and making sure that, let me make sure I don't have it here. I don't think I have it. Yeah. Make sure that, he would never go to your house, but if he did, you would never know. Okay. What does that mean? Why don't you ask your lawyer? I'm sure he's going to ask you. All right, so let's get on to the most recent, very recent, this last week, couple of clips and videos that I have, and it's not much, right? All right, so and this one, it might be a little spoof comedy video. And I think, oh yeah, the other one I gotta. All right, so let me download this one and we'll play this one. I keep when I'm watching these videos and stuff, I'm not sure when I start playing them in the other screen if you guys are hearing that video and if it's going to cause a distortion. That's why I'm muting myself and then unmuting myself. Let me check the chat real quick. All right, so I kind of forgot what I was going to say. It didn't really matter. Wasn't related to this. I got distracted by looking at the chat.
See how he treats me when I'm young and handsome. Me and Nelly are doomed. He gonna take care of us. I'll tell you right now, cause we're done. We've been Opo's home. Just stay healthy. That's all you gotta do. Well, I'm eating a protein cookie. I can't even eat it because you started the show. Me little bastard. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to chew here. So, what we got for you tonight is a little different. And you know, sometimes.
Boy, Patrick was hungry, wasn't he? He had a whole crowd going. They were eating some good stuff. Huh. All right. Angry time. I gotta check. Give me 1 second. I gotta check this other video. I can't remember which one is supposed to be first. I think it's this one, but I got to make sure. So this is gonna be oh yeah, I remember which one. This one. And then I gotta download, I think, the other one. Oh, that is the one that's up here. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go to my where I keep some stuff and I download and transfer some stuff. What's going on? All right, so we're going to show some of the stuff that happened. I think this show was going to be probably 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, the most. And you're going to hear some of the drama caused by Clough and some of these other guys, supposedly. All right, this is what they're claiming. Of course, this is what they're claiming and stuff. Really? Okay, sweet. I was like, oh, it's going to make me jump through a bunch of hoops because I haven't done this in a while. All right. And the reason why I didn't download this to the computer, where are you? Because I want to show some of the older ones first. All right, here we go. Nope. No, I don't care about that. Let me go to recents, and then I guess I could play this one too. Yeah, give me a second. And this is going to be back in February. And then this next one that I'm going to play is going to be from like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And then the last two videos will be the newest videos from a couple of days ago. All right, so I think these are downloaded.
They're not going to be nice and play nice. They basically gave the demands to Barton to give to me, which was ludicrous because that would constitute me not having a case against them by saying, "Oh no, it was all a big lie, and they're the good guys and we're the bad guys." It's not going to happen. And I honestly don't give a crap about y'all's screenshots or what you got or what you said. Doesn't matter. You don't have anything about me on there, so you don't have anything about from Anthony on there. All you're going to do is at best have screenshots from a distraught girl that you were pressuring. That's it. So good luck. And if you have other people that come forward and say things that aren't true, and I'll promise you this, if they say things that are true, I won't even bat an eye. But if they come out and they say things that aren't and they're lying, things that they can't prove because they know they're lying, then they're going to be getting involved in something legal too. The money I saved by not having to sue the Filthy Five is going to be used to sue you. And I'm saying this publicly in front of everybody. So you leave me alone, go away, stop bugging us. And I don't care how many little smaller channels get mad and make little hit pieces on me. I'm not going to give you the time of day. I'm not going to mention your names. I'm not going to breathe any oxygen into your tiny little shithole channels. You know.
We're about to listen to a clip literally a couple days ago of him calling me out. So let's just hold him to that.
Who you are, okay? Go wash and shave. Stop having criminal records. That might help a little bit, you know.
Is he claiming? See, this is another thing, right? Is he claiming I have a criminal record because he in this next clip? Not the next one, but the next one after that. He sounds like he's slandering me pretty good. So I'm confused. I'm not quite sure because he's not going to mention me. That's, insignificant and stuff. But we're going to hear something just a couple days ago. Okay, so just hold on. And then maybe I'll shoot the link and stuff. But I got to get through these videos first.
One of them was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get a job." Maybe if you wash and shave and don't be a criminal, then you could probably achieve that goal, sir. And then he goes and sleeps under a tarp out in the middle of the woods and looks for Bigfoot. Good for you, sir. Good for you. And you can.
I'm confused because I'm pretty sure I'm the only Bigfoot researcher who camped out in February underneath a tarp next to a fire looking for Bigfoot. So I'm kind of confused. If anyone could point me in a direction where he's talking about someone else who slept underneath a tarp in February looking for Bigfoot, I'd like to see that.
Talk about me all you want. I'm not saying your name because that's what you want. And, that's all these people do. They should really, they all just live in a van down by the river under an overpass or whatever. And they're not worth a big lie. And they're the good guys and we're the.
I messed up, but he was started talking about Lockbeard and stuff. But that's an older one. So let's move on to the most recent stuff. Right. So in that, right, he's talking about Lockbeard living in the van. He's the only dude I know making on YouTube's living in a van, talking about Bigfoot, calling out Josh. And then you got me, who in my live shows right around this time, I was out there sleeping in a tarp next to a fire in February, 36 degrees out. Mylar blankets sandwiched in between the tarp. Stayed pretty warm, actually. It was actually kind of nice.
And so, the cease and desist have gone out. So just so you know. Hopefully that will get you to shut your mouths and leave us alone. At least for 3 of you. The others, we have to keep working on those to get those done. Because one of them, I'll be real honest, and I hope you're listening. My lawyer just said straight up, just sue this guy. He's on his show every day. Your name is being thrown out there every day. Why bother with the formalities? And I hope you're listening. And you know who you are. And you have turned your channel into talking about me. Thanks for the support. That's great. But our legal counsel was like, you cease and desist. Just go after him. Shut him down. Which is great for the people that you're fighting with in court. And you know you are.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got your own legal trouble.
You got your own problem, but you won't stop. And you don't stop. It's just like every day. Which is fine. Like, I haven't even been responding to this guy because he has the problem. I guess he figures he's in the final throes of the war. Let's just throw all the units we have left and
He's not talking about me at this instant. I want to point that out. I'm just leading up to that.
to this and let them all be cooked. And somebody just said cook and crack. No, actually, that's not true, cook and crack, because what I was told is anytime that they do whatever they do, just post it up there on the thing. That's perfectly fine. Don't add anything to it. Don't add any of your whatever. We don't need to add opinions or whatever. Just put it up there, and that is a way to combat it. So every time they do something, it's gonna be put up there, and everybody can see it. That's within my right to do that.
When anytime anyone else does anything else, he can screen grab it and go post it somewhere, and then everyone can laugh and do whatever. It's fine. It's within his right. But when we do it, same thing publicly on the YouTube social media thing, not the private Facebook social media thing where all the people would do it there. When we do it on YouTube, well, it's a big issue. Got to send those letters out, right? Don't give your opinion out because you have no First Amendment right to do so, I guess. Careful.
Now, here's what I'm going to have to tell you. Some of these people, if you have, and this was coming from our legal counsel, they want me and Tony, Anthony, Nelly, all of us, Maddie, to distance ourselves from these people as much as possible, which may involve us having to unfriend people who are mutuals with these people. And like I told some people today, it is nothing personal. Some of you are my good friends or whatever, but I'm going to have to do what I got to do to show that I have done everything I can to not be connected to these people. And I see a lot of you who are mutuals with them. Why, I have no idea, because if you've been paying attention, you've seen and heard the things that they've been doing and saying.
All right, here's another key thing to listen for and to think about. Listen to what this whole argument is. Listen to the logic to this, okay, right? Listen to this. The mutual friend thing. This is the ultimatum, right? He's giving all these people, everyone who's friends with me and who's friends with him. He's giving you all ultimatums right now. Listen to the logic behind it. And Anthony will explain what they've already done. And so let me know if the logic makes sense.
You would understand that we have to, they're in the wrong. Absolutely. They're not being antagonized. They're just doing it, and they won't stop. So we have to be able to show, in case this goes forward, which I hope it does, that we did our due diligence and tried everything we could to distance ourselves from these people. That's why I have to say it on here today, to try to extricate ourselves from them. And I have a lot of mutuals with a few of these guys. And so in order to show that I did my due diligence and show the court, hey, I did everything I could. And they're going to be able to say on this video that I said that, I did that. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to have to...
Yeah, because the bottom line is that we can't afford to have people on our who have access to our social media and things that we're posting about our private lives, who are also in contact with these people who are harassing us. Now, everyone kept saying block and delete, block and delete, block and delete. Okay, we did that, we blocked, we deleted, and now we're taking it a step further. Just please try to understand, we're going beyond block and delete, and now we're having to delete people who are connected to these people who are harassing us both online and in our real lives. So if you take that personally, please don't. It's not, but if you do, quite frankly, right now we have more important things to worry about than your personal feelings. So if you want to take it personally, then that's a personal problem. Okay, but we absolutely cannot be connected to these people in any way, shape, or form, and that means not having any mutuals with them at all. So we're gonna have to do some spring cleaning on our social media friends list, and a lot of people are gonna have to go. Again, it's nothing against you personally. It's for our safety. It's for the safety of our household and our family. So that's the bottom line. All right, I've said my piece on it. How you take it is how you take it. You're a grown man, a grown woman. Just it is what it is.
Yeah, and so it's an uncomfortable thing we've had to talk about, we've had to say, but I feel like I got to do what I'm being advised, and so it'll keep us safer, and keep us ahead of the curve with these people. some people I talked to today were very receptive of it, and I didn't just make a bunch of phone calls. I called a few key people that I'm friends with and just said, look, I'm going to have to do what I got to do. It's nothing personal, but and honestly, if you have been paying attention, you've seen and heard the things that they've done and said. There's screenshots of all their nastiness. You will see that we're not in the wrong. We're not the ones. This has become a stalker situation. Cyber and physical stalking is taking place. So if you think that this is some sort of joke, it's not. And I've talked to several other bigger YouTubers who told of you are wrong. Absolutely. I have a lot of mutuals with it.
We're also in contact with these people who are harassing us now. Everyone kept saying block and delete, block and delete, block and delete. Okay, we did that. We blocked.
They did that, right? They did that, right? They blocked and deleted, right? They did that. Everyone said block and delete. They did that. Now they have to go after the mutual friends because somehow you can still see the mutual friends of the people you blocked, right? Anyone with social media has ever blocked someone. Does that make sense? Does this make sense? It doesn't make sense because they're not blocking anyone. Because if you block someone on fucking Facebook, guess what? When you look at your friend, you can't tell if they're a mutual friend anymore to the person you blocked. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is anyone going to say that I'm wrong? Do I need to go block someone right now on Facebook to see? Right? Should I just go pick a random Facebook guy, go block him, make sure he got some mutual friends with people, and then go check again? Right? Should we do that? Right? Because I can do that right now. Why not? Why not? Why not? Right? You guys want to do an experiment? Right? Right? Should we do it? No, it's so hilarious. Anyone with common sense knows that doesn't make any sense. If they've already done that, blocked and delete everyone, including me, then they don't know, unless they have a bunch of troll accounts and are spying. They can't tell who's mutual friends with anyone anymore because they've already blocked that person. They've done everything they can on social media, Facebook, to make sure that person can never interact with you again. So this ultimatum of everyone who's a mutual friend with me on Facebook, it's one or the other that he's issuing this. I give a fuck who you're friends with. You want to be friends with this buffoon? Go ahead. Why would I give a fuck? I hope that you're friends with me for a different reason. And I don't give a fuck about that. Is that going to affect me and my relationship with you? Because what he's regurgitating out of his mouth? Okay, cool. I don't care. It matters more to him than it matters more to me. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. This is America. It's called, we have freedom. You can be friends with whoever you want. I don't have to like them. You can still be their friend. I hope you give me the respect as a friend. That's all I would ask for. So what's the big problem? And if anyone, Brent, anyone wants to try to defend Josh, how does that make sense? If you block someone on Facebook, how can you see the mutual friends of that blocked person after they're already blocked? More ultimatums, more escalation of the situation, right? I've never told any one of you guys to pick a channel, pick a friendship on social media on anyone I've ever called out or anything I've ever said. You go listen to what you want to go listen to. You listen to what I've said. You go investigate. You come up with your own conclusions. You come up with what you want to do. Don't be a robot waiting to shovel someone else to shovel a brain into to command you what to do, how to think, how to act, how to feel. You go do your own thing. Decide for yourself, right? So let's go back to this.
We deleted, and now we're taking it a step further. Just please try to understand. We're going beyond block and delete, and now we're having to delete people who are connected to these people who are harassing us both online and in our real lives. So if you take that personally, please don't. It's not. But if you do, quite frankly, right now we have more important things to worry about than your personal feelings. So if you want to take it personally, well, then that's a personal problem. Okay, but we absolutely cannot be connected to these people in any way, shape, or form, and that means not having any mutuals with them at all. So we're going to have to do some spring cleaning on our social media friends list. And a lot of people are going to have to go. Again, it's nothing against you personally. It's for our safety. It's for the safety of our household.
Well, it's for their safety, because, again, that doesn't make sense, right? They've already done that. They've already blocked and deleted. Well, you tell me, okay? Someone show me, right? Prove that wrong, right? Does that make does that make sense? Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely 100,000% wrong. Maybe when I go block a person, I can still see who the mutual friends of that person is for some odd reason that Facebook would do that. I want people to use their brains. I just want them to observe things. I want them to think logically. Okay. So now we're going to jump over to what he actually calls me out and is foaming at the mouth for like 20 something minutes. This video, it's ridiculous that he has enough time, energy, and he's thinking about me, and we'll show it. Let's just play it. Let me just download it and let's play it. All right, so I'm gonna give you some context. After I made those couple videos back in February and stuff, he started going on my profile, stalking me, and probably pulled the video because it was actually public. I didn't know it was public, but pulled the video and probably put it into his little shit talking group on Facebook. He pulled a video that I took of a man who illegally entered my residence with small children and my girlfriend at the time. And this man was under the influence of drugs. He thought it was his sister's house. And I tried to take a live video real quick. And I have him in the back living room, laundry room, saying he won't leave my house. This is his sister's house, that I should leave and stuff like that. And then my phone actually dies. In that video, you see a messy laundry room. Okay. So he starts making fun of me because of that, right? That incident where this man illegally entered the residence under the influence of drugs, threatening me and my family and kids. I ended up choking him out to the point where he became unconscious, and I was still choking him. Consciously decided I don't want to kill this guy. I picked him up and I threw him out of my house. And when he woke up, I proceeded to follow him back to his house and let the cops know that if he ever did that again, he wouldn't be walking back out that way. They would be carrying him back out. Because no one is going to come into a house and threatening kids and being under the influence of drugs in a house they have no idea that they're even in, that doesn't belong to them. He started making fun of me for protecting my household because my laundry room is messy. So that's some context where he's about to start shit talking me again for no reason, just out of the blue. Okay? That video that shows this man in a nice neighborhood, a nice place, enter my residence and threaten me and kids. He wants to make fun of me for this, right? This is the context behind what you're about to hear.
Your beard looks like a rat's nest. You know what? I live in a rat's nest. I do. I live in a garbage dump. And I was like, I'm just a hillbilly. That's what I do, man. That's what we do. I'm proud to be that. I'm proud of the meth labs around my house. I'm proud of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, bro. I mean, I did a little time in prison. I did like 5 years, and of course because of the meth, whatever. But, now I'm reforming. I'm looking for Sasquatch, It's the data, bro. It's the data. That's what we're doing right here is it's the data, because the data shows us the data. And when you look at the data, that's when you learn and you see and you learn about the data. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm over here trying to do something, and then this guy, he's over here just like with his show, he's like, it's ridiculous, man. It's totally stupid. Like, oh, there's a guy who was wrestling with his brother, and a vampire came, try to eat him or whatever. It's stupid. The people who gave that story probably smoking crack. I mean, I smoked a lot of it, so I should know. I can tell you right now, man, I get some weird thoughts when I'm on that stuff. Like, I almost killed my dad one time. Came in my room, and he's in his underwear, he had a baseball bat. Because the meth head came in, like, well, I'd sold the guy the meth myself, but it was crazy, because, like, the guy came in the bedroom, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I'm just mad, I'm just an angry person, I'm just an angry-ass person, I'm just an angry hillbilly redneck guy. And I just got all this data, I hear the Bigfoot out there is like, making noise like that. I'm like, what the hell, man? What the F is that? So I go outside, and I'm like videoing it, I just got all this data, I'm like, I told my friend, I was like, hey, Pascal, let's quit cooking meth. Let's go find this Bigfoot, Let's go find Sasquatch.
Remember the data? I did a show there. I started talking about the data of, like I already explained, he thinks he is valuable because he can regurgitate a story. And then that is more important than the data that you would get from asking the real eyewitness the real questions about what they saw, what they felt, what they experienced, the real data points that actually matters, not some fat guy's regurgitation of what he remembers the witness telling him if it actually happened, right? That doesn't matter. He doesn't have any value. So that's why he's making fun of the data, right? In this other clip, he actually does call me out, and you will fully recognize that if you're having trouble.
So, what are we talking about?
All right, so this is from a live video just a couple days ago, 4 or 5 days ago or whatever, 6 days ago, something like that. So you can watch this live stream. You can watch the entire fucking thing, and you can hear him ranting and raving, foaming at the mouth about me, and he's gonna call me out. He's gonna rhyme. He's gonna rhyme the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. He's gonna rhyme it because he doesn't like calling people out directly because he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't have the cojones or whatever. So here we go.
I think I was ordering a pizza. So like I was saying, man, in between bong hits and ordering pizza from Domino's, yeah, I live in a bad place, man. My house is really dirty, I had to beat up an intruder one day. This kid was walking through the neighborhood wearing a Paranormal Roundtable shirt. So cop said I assaulted him and drug him to my house. No, I did not do that. He was walking by, and he threw up a gang sign at me. He was like, I'm in the Latin, can't remember what they called themselves, some kind of Latin something or another, but I'm in the Latin army or something like that. And I was like, I don't give a damn, dumbass. And I threw punches at him and kicks and beat him down. Little Mexican dude, some type of Mexican, I don't know. I think he's probably like Pedro. I don't know, that's his name.
So there's an example of that. Who else has told and has a video, especially when he was making fun of me in other live shows before this. This is the most recent. And I got to figure out where I have another clip of him in this car and they're in this live show, or I'll just go to the video and play it live because I know exactly what time it is, where he calls rhymes the Lost Cryptids Conservatory because he's calling me out because there's no one else who has a story on here. He's done a live show and I had a video that I think he stole and grabbed. And it's steal. It was public. Anyone could have seen it. I gave it to the cops and all that, and I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble at all. It's kind of hilarious and stuff. And so he's, he wants to make fun of me because I had to defend my home against an intruder. Really? You want to make fun of me because of a little messy laundry room? The back laundry room? Really? That's the kind of guy he is, right? But like we've heard before, he's not going to call people out. He's not going to instigate stuff. He's not going to, if you do it to him, he's going to sue the shit out of you. But, maybe because he doesn't think that he's using my name, that, it's okay, that there's this double standard that is allowed to happen because, he's so sly like a wolf. He's so smart. So, unfortunately, I thought that was going to include a clip he was going to say a particular thing I wanted you to hear. So I'm going to go to the live video that he made. We're going to go watch it live, a little segment at a time. I don't care if this gets monetized. I don't care if he gets butt hurt and tries to do whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's still going to be up here. It's my opinion, my commentary, my First Amendment right. And it's my opinion. You go investigate for yourselves and you decide. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to think, how to feel, how to live. I'm not giving you an ultimatum. I'm not telling you if you're friends with him, you better pick one. I don't care. You go do what you want. Basically, this is America. You go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just leave me the fuck alone. Okay? How about that? Right? Not an issue. That's how I feel about it. So, give me 1 second. I'll hop on over and we'll go check him out. He's live right now. I'm sure if you would have watched the very first 20 minutes by skipping around, you don't need to listen to anything. Skipping around, especially when it looks like he's angry. You could find when he's drama farming and he's complaining or he's spouting or he's crying or doing whatever the heck. I don't sit there and watch his 3 hours and 44 minutes show or his 3 hours and 27 minute show. If I go and have a feeling, or like I did this, a little birdie in my ear said, after watching him on Mike's channel with Jeff, when he flew in there and spouting his nonsense, a couple days after I had seen that, a little birdie was like, go look at this. And lo and behold, see if it's still there. Should be. Squatching with Squeaker. That's what it's called. 2 days ago. Squatching with Squeaker. That's the name of the video. 2 days ago. Right? So not that I have an issue with him or anything, but he seems to have a continued issue or fantasy or has this fascination with me or something because he wants to run his mouth for some odd reason. And my little gut feeling, my little birdie told me to investigate. And lo and behold, I was correct. I was so correct that I actually seen it the very day it was posted, actually 17 hours after. So not technically the first day. Let me get about the 7-minute mark where he rhymes the group, and then he says it again a little bit later. But I hilariously was watching this because it is kind of funny and sad that this obsession that he claims everyone else has with him, that he obviously had watched a show where I had mentioned a couple of things, and he's regurgitating some of those talking points like the data, and he's talking about the intruder again, right? So he's been thinking about me. Remember we showed those clips where I'm insignificant, who cares, blah, 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 blah. But yet, it seems like he's busy thinking, fantasizing, wondering what's he going to do in the alleyway that he's going to make sure he walks away. Because I have no idea. I'm taking my trash out or I'm walking through an alleyway because it's a shortcut. I'm not really quite sure what he's thinking. I'm usually typically when I take an alleyway, I'm taking a shortcut or, that's really about it. So I'm not really quite sure what his intentions are when he gets into an alleyway with someone. I'm not quite sure. Maybe his lawyer knows. Maybe his lawyer can ask him one of these days when it's appropriate, if need be, right? I'm not quite sure. That's why I'm confused. We can replay that clip again. I'm kind of confused about it. Maybe other people need to hear it again. Making some threats. All right, so let me go and get it set up for you guys. And then you guys can listen to this on your own. We're pretty much done. It is Sunday. I got work in the morning. I actually got to get up at 4 a.m. I got to drive 2 hours. And then I got to go to work. I was thinking about doing the show tomorrow, but you know what? Sometimes, you know a good feeling, when it's going to be the right time and when you should hold off. And I could have got more stuff, more jam-packed stuff, but there's other times and other stuff, and I don't really never cared to have done this again. But when he runs his mouth this bad for some reason, after claiming all this drama and suffering, it makes you question stuff. And so I just got to, give my opinion. That's all. All right, let me do this. All right, you guys see everything? All right.
But this dude, man, Josh Turner, people just be like throwing him money, like $100, bam. Like, why? Because you look like you have like you're better than me or something, I mean, my show, the Sasquatch, Observatory, it needs to be recognized by Discover channels,
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was that? Who? I don't know if you could find some other channel that rhymes with conservatory and observatory. I would like to see what other channel and stuff rhymes with that. Anyone? 2 days ago, talking about me for what reason? I have no idea. So no, to answer your question, Brent, that was many minutes ago. Thank you for waiting patiently. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a link on tonight for you, but we can have a future discussion if I choose to have more videos of him. But it's 11. Yeah. We'll see. I'm trying to find your comment. You said something about having issues with Josh again or something like that. And I just want to make sure that you've seen that, again, he's calling me out for some reason. I have no idea. So I thought I would just rehash some of the stuff that he's already said, some of the threats that he already issued. There's one particular threat that I wasn't able to play today. I'll have to go back and find and make a new video, I'm sure. So yeah, so let's hear some of it.
Stop supporting him. Stop watching him and giving him your money. Give it to me, Squeaker. Because I go out. I look for Sasquatch. I've got sounds like recordings. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear one? I'll play it for you. Hold on.
Recordings just got better.
Well, that's it. Because commercial, and that's it. I don't want to listen to him anymore. I've listened to him too much today and too much just now, right? So there you have it, right? Why I just made this entire live show was because 2 days ago he had to run his mouth again and make fun of me for defending my home from an intruder who was clearly on drugs and claimed that it was his sister's house and wanted us to leave and stuff, right? Because I made a live video to show this guy was actually in the house as evidence and claiming what he was claiming before I did what I had to do to make sure that my family was safe and the house was okay. Right. So if you want to go ahead and investigate and look around and you judge people on things, I'm not sure what you want to judge on a person who makes fun of someone who potentially saves the lives of other people. Because if I wasn't there and this guy walked in the house and now you have a woman and young toddlers in a house and the guy's telling you to leave his sister's house, what do you think could have happened? Oh, he wants to make fun of the messy laundry room. Oh, that's cute. You should ask that guy what happened to him as I was choking him out, as he thought he probably was going to die. But of course, it's, when you're in those decisions and stuff, when you have someone's life in your hands and stuff, it is a great responsibility and stuff. And that guy lived another day, and got very lucky from what could have happened in that situation. We got very lucky what could have happened in that situation, and I'm lucky I was there. So if Josh wants to make fun of that situation and make fun of me and make fun of the dirty laundry room, then by all means, he's allowed to do that. I don't care. I'm not going to throw a lawyer letter at him and cry. I'm going to laugh and say, okay, try harder. What are you trying to do? So it is very silly. I'm not sure what there is to talk about, honestly, because what is there to say about Josh anymore? He makes threats. He cries. I don't have a video clip of him ready, but he claims that I'm part of some satanic group, the evil cabal, among all the other people that he hates and is at war with. Somehow I'm an atheist. I'm a Satanist. I'm practicing black magic and sending spirits to attack him at his household. I've already shown these clips. Really? That's not slander. That's not silliness. That's not a man child. This guy's 50. Okay? That's not normal, right? I don't care. I'm not an atheist, but I'm not going to preach and be some religious hooligan, and claiming this and damning you and you're going to hell and you're a fucking Satanist and doing all that. I don't say that to people on YouTube. I don't say that to the community. I might say that about Hollywood. You might have to go see the Rumble show, the Beast System, where that's a little bit show where we get into some more deeper, crazier things, or my opinion gets a little bit more let loose and stuff. This and stuff doesn't really pertain in that kind of situation. I don't call people out and say, I disagree with you because, you're making fun of me. You're devil worshiper. You're sending evil spirits to my house. You're causing this. You're causing that. This guy who's 50 years old saying this about me, saying this about other people. Maybe they are doing it. But to include me into that group, to slander me, to drag me through the mud, claim earlier, I forgot to bring it up, that I had prison time, right? Is he talking about me? He's talking about other people, right? Is he slandering me? Or is he talking about other people, right? Because he was talking about me defending my house, right? Some intruder in my messy laundry room, right? Talking about the data points that I was talking about on the show a couple weeks ago. I'm confused, right? Is he saying I have prison time? I've never been to prison. He wants to talk about doing meth and stuff. Really? Never done meth. Never done hard drugs. Never done hard drugs. I don't think he can say that. So if he wants to talk out of his ass, make fun of people, lie, because he thinks that his own audience lacks the brain cells to go out and investigate themselves, decide for themselves what kind of person I am, what kind of people the enemy force over there that he's at war with is like. I don't do that here. I just point what people show for themselves, but they talk about some of the stuff that how they talk about it that in my opinion, is bullshit. So if you watch that live show, Squatching with Squeaker, if you watch that and you watch how he's comes up with everything on the fly, he's making up the story, everything's on the fly. That's how he tells his stories. That's how he's telling the story on his live shows. When he is that person telling the story, he puts himself as that first person storyteller. He's the person who experienced everything. He tells it as them. He comes up with the stuff just like he does in that video. Comes up with stuff. It's not real. It's fake. Whatever. Somehow it has value. Even if he had real information from a real eyewitness, he's regurgitating the information that he remembers. And somehow he thinks, because he sounds better than that eyewitness, that it has value. And that the data from the eyewitness doesn't mean much. That's why he started bitching about the data, because I started saying that, right? So if anyone still has a problem, still has an issue, still has a fascination, still has an obsession, still needs to bring up shit, wants to make fun of people for defending their household, I think I just showed it. And it just happened 2 days ago. You can watch it. Some of this other stuff that I showed was a couple weeks ago. Some of the other stuff has been 2 months ago. So anyone has a question about, who has an issue with who, I think it's pretty clear. And who has an obsession and issue with who. But, I might shoot you a link. What my perspective is, the video you first made on Josh was spot on, 100% correct. And then when you talk to him on the phone, a smooth talker and stuff convinced you otherwise. When in honesty, the video you first made about Josh was so spot on and exactly how he is. I've shown this cycle. He will go on the attack. He will go on the defensive. He will be suffering. He will cry. He will talk about this religious aspect, holier than thou, and then he'll cry because he's afraid that he's going to go to hell because he's in this fucking war with people on the fucking internet because he's not being, Christian enough. And he, 2 months ago, and then 2 days ago, he can't keep me out of his mouth. So it is silly. It is silly because this 50-year-old guy continues to want to say stuff. But if I do this video, I call him out or point stuff out and just show what he says, he's going to throw some lawyer action at me, right? Right? Does that seem like it's a little silly? Does that think like, I think that's how he is. He's a con artist. He's a predator. He threatens people. He acts like he's king of the fucking mountain. And if anyone opposes him, like he said, they blocked me. They blocked other people on Facebook. But somehow, right? You explain it, right? Somehow they can see who the mutual friends are still, but they've already blocked me. That doesn't make sense. Okay? Just because he can talk good on a fucking phone doesn't mean the actions that you actually see him doing and actually talking about isn't his real self. Any bimbo can talk on a fucking phone and sound good. It's what their actions and they actually do in real life that matters, not on a fucking phone. You know why? Because Chad, former buddy Chad Datema, got invited and he's going to be a speaker in Oregon in some fucking conference, right? Talking on that phone, smooth. But a month ago, in the Catskill, New York guy group, the Bigfoot News guy, Chad posted in that group that on a drunken night, he got violently raped by Bigfoot. And he described it in great detail. When you talking to him on the phone, he'll smooth you over like butter, buddy. But I have it. I know you've probably seen it. Other people have seen it. He posted that he got graphically raped by Bigfoot. Any bimbo can sound good on the phone and convince you. Okay, that was Chad's gift. The gift of gab. On the phone, smooth as butter, sounds great, amazing, good planning, everything. Upon execution, upon your actual actions in real life, totally different outcome, totally different thing. I believe that's what happened to you. I know you have a different opinion. That's my perspective. I think that first video you made was absolutely correct, and I will shoot you the link, but you got about 15 minutes. So that's about it. Because I got to go to bed, man. I got to get up at 4. I got to drive 2 hours. Okay, I got to work all day. Okay, I'm going to have another drive back. I got to get some kind of sleep. Links in chat, buddy. Links in chat if Mike, you want to come on, you can be on. Other people, it isn't really a free-for-all and stuff, so don't try to sneak your way in or anything. I'm getting kind of tired and stuff. I'm sure you guys can probably notice that by now. All I guys want you to do is just watch the videos, watch the clips, watch what he says, watch where he threatened me that if he sees me in an alleyway, well, he's going to make sure he walks out of there. I'm not sure what that means. Why don't I just, I mean, we could just replay it, right? I've already showed it several times. Just go back and watch it. If me and him are in an alleyway, he's going to make sure he walks away. I'm not sure what that means. If my back's turned away from him, what does that mean? What's he going to do? If I'm taking a shortcut through an alleyway, what does that mean? What is he going to do? If I'm taking the trash out to an alleyway, what does that mean? What is he going to do? I'm not quite sure. If I seen Josh in an alleyway, I'd probably avoid him, not say anything. Maybe wave, walk on by. I'm not sure what he means by he's going to make sure he gets out of that alleyway. So, you know, it's just dumb stuff like that where, you know, what are you supposed to do, right? I have another one where he says, he says something like, well, I've never show up to your house or show up there. I would never go over there or show up there. But if I did, you would never know. What does that mean? What are you going to do? What am I supposed to not know? What does that mean? I'm not quite sure. You want to explain it to me? Maybe his lawyer can ask him one of these days. I'm not quite sure. It's something he'll have to explain. I can give my opinion on it. I want to hear his, because that's the only one that's going to matter, right? So when it comes down to this, don't be afraid. Be some job of the hut guy who's going to be threatened to sue you and threatened to do this because you don't have the First Amendment's right to give commentary, to give opinion, to share what you want to share. Let me go try to find that video clip of him threatening me again. I can't remember which one it was, so we're just going to have to pick one.
Well, that's what he is. That's what he does.
I think this is it, honestly. Yeah, this is it. I got lucky. Kind of good like that sometimes. All right, so let's just hear from his own mouth, right? He's talking about me in the beginning. We've already watched the clip. Here we go.
All right. And if we met in an alley, well, what do you think's going to happen? Okay. Obviously, I'm going to walk out of the alley.
I'm not sure what is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to walk through an alleyway. So let's give a round of applause to Brent. What do you think about that clip? Do I need to play that again for you, Brent?
Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna have to.
Okay.
If you could.
No problem.
All right. And if we met in an alley, well, what do you think's going to happen? Okay. Obviously, I'm going to walk out of the alley.
Yeah. Wild stuff. Huh? Hey, I'm curious. How did you start beefing with Josh?
Came across him and his personality and stuff, and this was someone who was bad that needed to be pointed out. That is all. That's simply.
But what's your issue with him? He's just doing bad stuff, like saying bad things.
I think if you watched the entire live stream with all the clips that he literally says, and that the drama for your video that you did was spot on.
Oh, 100% spot on. Yeah,
it was spot on. Okay, so
yeah, I mean the thing is he didn't sweet talk me. So here's the whole thing with that whole video and situation.
How it got
well, I'm telling you what happened. So you can better form your opinion. But no, he didn't sweet talk me or anything. I had zero interest in being in any sort of beef with Josh. He somehow associated with me with some other people, started bringing me up, and so you come at me sideways, I'll come at you equally as sideways, and he should have talked to me about it beforehand or whatever it was. I don't even really remember, but eventually him and I talked on the phone and worked it out. I mean, I don't have an issue with him. He was talking shit about me, making assumptions, thinking I was part of it, part of what's going on with the whole, issues that he's having, which I wasn't. And so, yeah, that's why I removed the video because, we talked about it. He apologized. He made a video apologizing about it. And so I'm good with it. I don't mind taking that video down. Well, I was really, being very critical in a true sense, but, uh, people make decisions on doing right things. And so it's like, I don't mind taking the video down and doing the response video that I did have, which wasn't really much of an apology video or anything like that. It was just, just updating on the whole situation because I didn't even know who Josh was before. I think it was before it was, God, it was so, I don't even know. It was something with the coalition and I even forgot what that was, but that's where I first heard about Josh. I didn't know about him before then. And him and I had an exchange. We talked about the whole coalition Stephen Stroyford thing. And that's when I texted him I was texting him on my spare phone because I don't give out my real phone number. And I didn't get back to him. He assumed I was just ignoring him and going along with whatever drama was out there at the time, and somehow I was getting associated with it because of guilty by association. But yeah, so that's the whole thing with Josh. I mean, when it comes down to like story channels, I mean, who cares? I mean, literally, who cares? Like, there's so many people you can go after versus story channels, unless you guys have proof that Josh is hoaxing somewhere or he's like doing something really nefarious. Honestly, I don't mean to be mean to you both, but your guys' feud between each other is the most retarded thing I have seen in a very long time. Do you guys realize how silly you are? Like, you guys are flexing on each other.
Confused.
No, you guys are flexing on each other. It's like literally like middle school. Here, I'd like to kind of finish my thought here. But it's literally like childish, man. I mean, look at the comments. I don't have the comments up, but like a lot of the main people in the comments, you guys are like doing personal attacks, like, taking personal shot at each other. Both of you guys are. I mean, you guys, to the rest of us who aren't engaged in that feud, you guys are fucking retarded. Like, seriously, like, you guys really are putting your time invested in some sort of stupid thing because you guys don't like that he monetized and is creating a business telling Bigfoot stories, Dogman stories, which, yeah, probably aren't even real. And, unless there's evidence there, it's like, who cares? It's like, there's nothing you could do about it. But it seems like, I don't know if you got like caught up in the drama that is associated with them, because it seems like there's a lot of drama. He doesn't handle the drama, in a way that, you should handle it. He escalates. I mean, look at those comments that he does towards you. I mean, he's like, oh, hey, look at the whole back alleyway. It's like, that's a stupid, retarded comment. Of course, if you guys met together, nothing's going to happen. And honestly, if you guys sat down and talked, like if we did a live stream, or not a live stream, but like a little discussion like this, just the three of us, we can probably squash out the whole thing. So you guys can actually move on from this. You personally don't have to deal with like trying to watch Josh's channel and trying to, figure out when he's talking about you, when he's not talking about you, because literally, man, I can give you a dozen people right now that you should probably be talking about. That's really out there fucking people over, but you're wasting your time on some dude that tells stories, like a story channel, and story channels isn't for me in the subject anymore. It's something that I grew out of. I realized that this is not a great source for information or anything like that. So, I grew out of it. I don't see a value in it. A lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with monetizing that type of stuff, because go look at YouTube. Like, there's so many communities out there that monetize their channel over whatever they're doing, their little, brand or business or whatever, their podcast or whatever, they're doing. I mean, YouTube's filled with it outside of this community. So the fact that, we're going after somebody inside of this community for telling, the stories, is kind of ridiculous. I mean, and a waste of everybody's time, again, unless you guys have information and stuff. And I know like some of the people in chat there, like Abnormal Investigation and stuff. It's like, man, you guys really gaslight each other and really like get each other going. I mean, look at the chat, you guys. Look at the chat. I was like reading the chat while I was eating my lasagna, and it's like, damn, you guys really on the outside looking in, you guys really are like childish. Like your response is like, "Oh, he's fat. Oh, look at this. Oh, you got a beard." It's like, like what are you guys like fucking 5 years old? I mean,
No,
it's
hilarious.
stupid.
Like,
It's stupid. The whole thing is
the most
fucking stupid.
hilarious
So
thing.
I
I'm not
recommend you
even
just like put it just go. I just recommend you put it to bed and just talk to him. We can talk about it. You know, we can even do something tomorrow. I think I have some availability tomorrow. If you really want to really get this figured out and so you can move on from it, because I got some people that I would love for you to start looking at, talking about, you know, because they really need our attention. They're out there like really, you know, presenting themselves as something that they're not. And there's information and proof to show that they're full of shit. And, you know, these are the people that we should be talking about. You know, so I don't know, that's my rant on it. Sorry for calling you retarded. But
I appreciate it.
you ever see the Tropical Thunder where he's like, man, don't ever go full retard. Well, you guys went full retard on this one, but it's okay because we can work at it, and you know, you guys can, you know,
it's more complicated than that. It's not that he's a story channel and I'm just focused on that and I'm assessing. Like you literally just skip around, play it in a fat high speed. You don't need to listen to everything in slow mo. I don't waste hours doing that. I started looking at it and pointing him out because he is more like a con artist predator and has great influence others. And like I pointed out, he blocked people. They've already blocked and deleted everyone on Facebook, but they see other people's mutual friends and they have to. It's either them, Josh, or it's everyone else. That's ultimatum. See, that's a bit of beyond the telling your story and there's nothing going on and making
well,
money.
I mean, he's reacting to situations that he's, you know, dealing with, and I think we can agree that he doesn't always handle it the best way. He will inflame it and not bring resolve to it.
I think he has a lot of issues and stuff, and you see it on full display.
Well, I think we all have issues. We all have issues. Seriously, we all have issues. I mean, we all have issues, and I bet you, you know, the whole thing with personal attacks with. I just want to say this with the
go over and attack him and stuff, and influencing other people and choosing who to be friends with and what you can say. And
that's what I'm saying. The whole thing's retarded, and you guys,
well, that's
we should really get it unpacked. Yeah, we should really get it unpacked. And you know, I appreciate you bringing attention to it, but in a way, it's not bringing resolve because it's not communicating with Josh directly. You're indirectly, and your audience here, like who is it? It's Abnormal Investigation, Brooks, and some of these other guys that are just like fanning the flames, just creating it worse and stuff. So
what Abnormal Investigation has to say about
yeah. So what happened about that? What happened?
I honestly don't know the 100% of the story.
I know I seen kind of a little brief like glimpse into it of his son was removed from the house and stuff. And well, if he's accusing Josh and his team with it, you better have the proof for that or shut the fuck up, really, because that's quite the claim to put against somebody. Because you know who's probably more likely to call? I don't know, probably the ex is more likely to call and create issues there, not some fucking YouTube channel. So unless you got proof with that, shut the fuck up. Because that's like fucked up to do, man.
Yeah.
It's just creating lies and more misinformation. And like, what does that get you?
If it's misinformation, though, you know, that's their whole issue. And I don't have.
It's up to them to provide the proof. I mean, if there's
whatever hours and hours that both sides has going back and forth, right? What I experienced with Josh is that he's a type of personality in this community that is conners, that preys on people, that lies, manipulates, and will give ultimatums. And it is a little bit more
outside of him telling stories. What is he being a con artist about? Is he like doing nefarious things that is illegal, or is he just making money off stories that may or may not be true?
Well,
because if that is all that stuff, you got to understand. We have to go back to the very beginning of like a lot of your guys' both responses is all reactionary. So it's like really take it for what it is on context. You know, you escalate me to a certain point, I will be threatening your life. I will be doing things like that. So, you know, everybody has their point where it's like you escalate it.
You haven't seen me do anything to escalate a situation where someone feels the need to threaten me.
Well, no, I agree that, like I say, his response, you know, it's that, like I say, I agree. My original video on him, and the whole situation is
that was,
spot on.
I
I
kinda wish I could take it and
spot
voice
on.
my thing over and have my face plastered over
Yeah, I know. I
it.
wish I would have kept it too, but no, but
It's spot
it
on,
is spot
and
on.
that's
You know, and it's just he
that's the
responds to
issue.
things poorly, and so
It's
he
not.
responded, and so he responded to
Oh, yeah,
threatening you. And is he really going to threaten you? It's just we have to understand the
of course,
context. It's
man.
like you just have a dude who's like at wit's end. That's like, you know, making stupid comments that really serve no purpose in the greater scheme of things, and it's just reactionary to whatever you did or whatever is going on, because you guys have like a weird relationship, like with the whole working out thing. I was watching that little story arc, and I'm like,
It's so dumb.
what the
This
fuck are
this
you
is so
guys
this is
doing, man?
this is
I was
this
like
is
laughing.
true.
I had my
This is
girlfriend like listening to you guys, like, listen to this, and she was laughing, man, because that was stupid.
He
Like
wants to
that
fight
flex
me, and I
was so
said, "Why don't
silly,
we just
man.
do some push-ups?" He wants to fight me, and I said, "Why don't we just do some push-ups?
Yeah,
Just do some
yeah.
push-ups." So that's my response. It's like, "Let's just work out, do some push-ups, man. Come on." This
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
wanting to fight me over talking about YouTube Bigfoot stuff is pathetic. He's 50
It
years
is.
old.
It
Okay.
it is. It
I'm
is.
pointing out this character type that if you come across this in the community, we should probably watch out. This is kind of weird issues, political influence that he wields, and
Well,
you've
why are
heard
you
from
surprised by his responses then if you're going
I
to
I
highlight them and stuff like
I
that?
got warned. Again,
Huh?
doing the show, I got warned because people are afraid of what Josh can do. People are warning me as I'm doing the show
There's not much he
because
can do. Honestly, if I was in his position, I would start be throwing out lawsuits. I wouldn't be saying it. I would just be doing it. Like
I
literally,
know.
because some of this shit is so retarded. It's like really a waste of time. Literally a
Well,
waste of time. What it is,
you
it's just kind of
think so
egos and stuff, and
all because of
and that whole
I've
thing.
done? It's ridiculous.
Hey,
You think
abnormal
what
investigation.
I'm gonna do?
Hey, sorry. Hey,
You want to jump on and explain your situation real quick? I know. I don't know. I've never really investigated all that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, sorry. Abnormal investigation. I do not watch your show. I don't watch like whatever proof it is. If it's sprinkled within a 3-hour live stream or something, I don't watch it. If you have like a community post that you can link that we can kind of look and say, hey, wow, Josh admitted to calling CPS to get his child removed. If you got something like that, man, that's great. If you have like something from CPS saying, hey, Josh Turner called and got you guys turned in, then that's what we need. Anything outside of that, then shut the fuck up. You have no idea if it's Josh or not, and you're gaslighting people into believing it, and you're not offering up any proof. So when you try to tell me it's like, oh, I don't know or anything, well, then make us know. Show us the proof. It's like there's no proof like that, then it's like, man.
I forgot to bring it up, but Josh is claiming that he's making police reports. He just claimed that someone vandalized a vehicle.
So I would.
Where's the proof?
Well, if ask, I mean,
the police report, right? He claims he's making police reports.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. He can file the police report. He could be making it up or whatever. It's really, who really cares?
Well, it's this having these type of people in the community. If they're left alone, they influence other people. They attack people that they don't agree with. This is not someone who, they're on their journey. You leave them alone and they're having fun out in the woods. This is someone who can influence those people to doing things, to thinking a certain way, to thinking I'm an atheist Satanist who's in an evil cabal doing witchcraft on him.
Well, that's because you're starting shit with him. Like, that's why he's like saying shit about you. You guys are both starting shit with each other. I mean, you guys have to understand, you guys are both going to say like retarded shit.
Resorting to the extreme stuff that he says compared to a little comedy, some memes, basically live action memes of what he's saying.
Well, I mean, you don't want to minimize his interpretation of your videos, just like he shouldn't minimize your interpretation of his videos.
I don't threaten him. I don't threaten to sue him. I don't do the things that he claims I'm doing. I don't go to war with him. I simply show what he's been saying with some funny memes on there.
Yeah, I mean, is that also when he says some of this stuff like sue you or whatever? Is it when he's talking about a group of people, or is it you specifically?
He's talking about everyone, of course, but
yeah. So take that into context. So it's not about you specifically. So we got that there.
Will get sued. Anyone who makes these videos and stuff. I got the clip. I could probably play it again, but because
if it's slander, if it's like making stuff up, like if Abnormal Investigation has a video on YouTube saying, "Hey, Josh Turner got my kid taken away," without the evidence, you could sue over that. Like,
You got to go
I
to court.
would, I would do, I would.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, honestly, to sue somebody, it's not that big of a deal. You can easily self-file like these type of lawsuits with no problem.
It's a joke. If he wants to waste money that he claims he doesn't even have anymore, he rakes in a couple grand a month from donations and YouTube revenue, but he claims that they don't have $1,000 to buy a camera. They don't have the money to do this. They don't have the money to do that.
So is that your only contention with him, though? Is that he has a story channel? I mean, outside of the threats and all, outside of the wars and that whole thing.
Grovels for money, but he spends it on whatever, but then he needs all this. It's the whole package. It's not one thing. It's this character type. It's him. This is the type of people like has bad influence over all the people on their journey, and they will believe whatever he regurgitates, and he's regurgitating out of his ass. I believe he makes.
I will agree with you. A lot of the drama stuff.
He does.
I do agree with a lot of the drama stuff. Yeah, doesn't need to be doesn't need to be in there.
This character of Wolf and what he all does. It's everything. It's not that he gets money and he does this, and I'm not jealous. It's this guy is a bad cat. He influences a lot of people. He got some issues. Clearly, he's tend to be violent and stuff, and he has a lot of listeners who might listen and do things, or he might put people in danger. But they're start wackadoodle stories. Who gives a fuck? But the nefarious issues that the underlying stuff that he keeps to bring up, the violence and stuff, the threatening to sue anyone if you ever stand up to him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, abnormal
to him. Well, that's
I'm
what
sorry,
he claims. People, I've got literally people saying that watch out because people are afraid of the influence he has to tell people, you know what, he's a piece of shit. I don't want you on. I don't want him on your show.
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing is just really kind of spiraled out of control. Where
I'm not going to let all my subscribers be on your channel. I'm going to tell them to leave your channel. And people who that fucking matters to, that has influence, right? So then they second guess and, well, I can't do this because I might make Josh mad, and then do this. So
who cares?
Again, it might not matter, but it is
like what it's affecting 5 people, like literally in the whole world, 5 billion, 5 people. I mean, when you have like other people out there truly grifting, like falsifying information with proof and all this different stuff.
Again, it's the whole thing. It's not one thing. It's this.
Yeah,
this is toxic.
I just wanted
showing and pointing out. It's not. I fucking hate this guy because he's this, and this. This is the same kind of bullcrap fantasy stuff. It's just a different form that we need to be careful and watch out. It's not the mental illness. I believe anything in the woods with red circles. This is a different type of entity altogether that's in the community, like a shark that is in the water.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you watch him, like I said, the cycle. He's angry. Then he's suffering because they're going through so much stuff. Then he cries because of religious reasons. Then he calls you a Satanist and says you're an evil and he's holier than thou. And then he goes down the attack, and it's a fucking cycle. And I've literally seen this cycle 3 times.
He doesn't diffuse things well. He could do
looking at stuff.
Yeah,
like
he could definitely do a lot better in so many areas, but also so can you by not inflaming the situation. I'm just shocked you're spending so much time on him. I think it's personal now with you guys.
Today I spent an hour.
No, I meant like the videos and the months and stuff of like
3 different shows.
The months and stuff. But there's something I wanted to talk about here.
Was there? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to address here really quick with abnormal investigation. So do you have those videos? He's saying that Josh admitted it on his videos with many of his friends. Easy to find. It's not easy to find. Is there I mean, if I had evidence like that, I would have it clipped and ready to go for people to see. I would have it like posted on my channels every so often and all that stuff. I would have that ready to go. So the fact that you don't, and it's still now just like, we're just supposed to take your word for it, man, it's, you're causing more damage than you realize by making false allegations against somebody without proof without evidence. And you're telling me, oh, it's out there, you have to go find it. Good luck finding it. It's like, well, if this is such an important thing, if this dude got your fucking kid taken away, then where's the evidence for it? We want to know who it was. It was probably your ex, wasn't it? Like, that's who probably, the kid's mom, who probably got the whole thing. Like, really, statistically speaking, you know, who's likely to get the kid taken away? It's going to be the ex. The ex was probably seeing all the fucking retarded drama that that those people, abnormal, was it Mike or whatever his name is, seeing all the stupid drama and threats and stuff that probably gave the mother evidence to get the fucking kid out of there. Because it's like, why would you want your little kid growing up in something that's like, you know, having like stupid stuff go on? Like, God, man, it's like,
is YouTube drama enough to take a kid away though? No.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the stage. I don't know what the custody thing is. I don't know what their history is. But it's like, I seriously doubt that Josh and his crew got his kid taken away. The fact that I still haven't seen any evidence after calling him out for how long now is a really big red flag. And now telling me, oh, I have to go find it. That's just like, I'm calling bullshit on it. I'm saying you don't have evidence, Mike, or whoever the fuck you are. You don't have evidence, and I'm calling you out. And here, it's like, fuck, man.
Well,
people like you, Mike, is the problem, dude. People like you are the problem. You're out there putting fake shit, fake information to go pile on somebody, and it's like, it's not even true. So fuck you, Mike. God, man, these people in this subject are fucking retarded.
I have no
Seriously,
idea.
man. It's like, fuck, man.
Try to link
Like
to that. But in my situation with Josh doesn't have anything to do with that. It actually, I stumbled upon all of that, and that's what I came interest of these characters and who people are. And I do think Josh is his own separate issue, entity thing. And like I said, I think there's concerns. Maybe people don't see it. People don't care. I see it.
Well, I mean, if the concerns are like surrounding the drama, then it's, who cares about that? But if you have concerns of actual direct fraud and deceit and nefarious things,
he's lying and he's getting money and he's getting donation and he's lying and saying,
everybody, I mean, like most of those channels do.
And we got to go do
it's not like a vault keeper thing, is it? He's not like vault keeper, right?
No,
nowhere near. So we're probably good there. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised you're putting your time on somebody you don't need to.
It's the same con artist mentality, the same lies, the same donations for whatever reasons. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? People want to be dumb and pay. That's fine. He's a little bit smarter, you know. He's not making outrageous claims, but it's the same thing, just a little bit different flavor. Except for this guy has influence and can tell anyone who associates with him that I don't like you, Brent. I don't want any of my people doing stuff with you and having issues. Or
did I do anything to deserve it? Maybe. I'd have to look at it.
I don't know.
So
the issues with Clough, you know, remember Clough when he made the video on me? Well, they had issues, and then Josh was giving ultimatums to their different friends of, well, it's either this guy or it's me, and it's this guy.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. That's all I ever pointed out was, you have these character types, people on their journeys. You have this guy manipulating everyone, trying to make a coin, influencing people, prone to violence, trying to start wars, having wars. Like, I don't know. To me, it's hilarious because it is stupid. I don't focus.
I mean, the whole thing really is. Did you want to like
fucking, you know, I want to beat him. This is like the most funniest fucking shit I've seen in a while. And I troll people on my Facebook for my political beliefs and all the time. And I see this. I don't go after people. I'm not a bully, but I'll leave comments and do things. But like, I see this and stuff, and like, I see for what it is. Anyone can have their own opinion. That's fine. People have so many different interactions with Josh. They have people that like him, people that fucking don't like him, people that don't care, people that hate him, I don't give a fuck about Josh. I think it's hilarious that he's running his mouth. Like I said, I have a little birdie, an instinct that just told me.
But you know why he's running his mouth though, right? Because he's responding to all the drama that's going on. And you know, if you, I don't know how you would have got wrapped in it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm coming on and saying, it's like, hey, if you want to get this resolved, we can all chat tomorrow. And
to be honest, you know, we could talk.
Because this is what men do, man. We talk directly. This is what men do. Because you guys really, I'm going to have to revoke your guys' man card if you guys keep it up. Like literally the silliness of your guys' weightlifting stuff. It's like,
I don't associate with people like him. I don't associate with that personality type ever. If I come across those people, I don't talk
what
to
are you
them.
talking
I don't
about?
like them. I call them out when they say stupid ass shit, but I don't need to.
We all
have
say
some
stupid ass
mutual
shit
respect.
though.
Not you, him.
I know I'm saying, but we all do. So it's not like he's like
Well,
anything
yeah,
special when
but
it.
there's this
I,
nefarious thing about people like Josh where they can't help themselves. And like I said, it's a big spectrum of things. It's not one little thing. It's a host of things. It's not some simple issue of he's getting money. He has a bigger show, or I'm jealous. It's him, the personality type, the influence. It's everything. So I hope kind of got a little bit more extending. Those kind of people, never good. Anything ever really good happens, and I think we see that. I think all the people know that. People who are scared know that. People aren't scared. People are warning me. People are taking sides. And if Mike is in a legal battle and he can't talk and he has evidence, if someone could point a link, timestamp, evidence, because me and Brent like to see exactly what happened, what people
need
are
to have
saying.
the proof, man, especially with
show
such
stuff.
a fucking claim like that.
I'm not talking. I'd like to try to show stuff, and the memes are the memes, and they help with the copyright stuff, and it's just to be funny because this is stupid. This isn't.
It is, and
I can spend
I see
literally less than an hour in a week and make all these videos and do this. This isn't taking a fucking full day of stuff.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's and I really like a lot of the videos that you do. You do really good at your investigation as far as presenting a lot of what's going on and stuff. And I just think you kind of lost your way with this one because I don't think he is as bad as a lot of people are trying to make him out to be. As far as he is a vault keeper type.
I have an opinion about him. I didn't just
well,
have
yeah. I mean, look at
came up
people's
with this
opinion
on
about me too,
my
but
own investigation. And when I called it out, it's this cycle. It's spot on. And that's what I see. That's my opinion. And
but it's also kind of a thing too, where it's like, should you really have called him out on like drama-filled stuff? You should be calling him out on factual stuff where he's like scamming money or anything like that. And there's nothing like that. So those I think are the people that we all should be focusing on.
All the things I called out on. This is not fraud.
His behavior,
criminal, right? It's behavior.
He's just being a dick. He's being a dick.
It's this influence, this religious holier than thou thing. The cycle of him crying, begging forgiveness, saying, "I don't want to fight for these fucking."
Honestly, dude, I can make point by point on silly stuff that you've done and said too. It might not be like, oh, you were crying or oh, you were making threats of alleys, but it's all about perspective. So it's like we have to understand when we're talking about the stuff where it's reactionary of the stuff that you're saying and the stuff he's saying, we have to understand that, okay, when we're talking about that type of information, it's from a non-factual place. It's just an emotional response to the next little thing. So it's like that there really kind of gets nowhere. So it's like, it's probably best to get it like to talk to him, to kind of just talk whatever there is there. And I'm just, again, I'm just here trying to say as a friend that, it's just there's so many better targets out there, and with story channels, dude that just is constantly under attack. Probably isn't the best person to talk about because look at all the blowback that came from it. You're now included in with this war, being threatened and all this stuff, and it's like it's not really worth it.
Is that supposed to influence my decisions on calling people out because I'm worried about that?
Well, no, it's pick your targets. No, it's better pick your targets.
Apparently a big target, and he's really offended. And apparently, a lot of people.
But the thing is, what you picked was there's no factual information. You called him out over drama.
We showed him what he does to other people. He's a bully,
which is all drama stuff.
Well, I'm calling out the personality type who's a big influence in the community. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I've been showing. That's all I've ever shown. I don't think
I've worked out for you.
I don't think I've, maybe I called him fat. Maybe I called him he needs to do some push-ups and stuff like that. Oh, well, he's a guy. He can take it. It's not like I'm threatening him. If he's that
it's what we think of you guys. It's what we think of you guys when you say this type of stuff.
Being called out and stuff. Well, oh, well, whoever we call out, they're never going to like it, no matter what you say. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna
if you're going to
let
call people out, it's probably best to call people out that are actually doing nefarious things, not people
I
who have a
believe he is.
you.
I believe that he is, and it might not be a criminal, it might not be legal, but I think that the influence that he has, the drama, the anger, the threats, the ultimatums is nefarious because it does hurt people. It does make people influenced and change their decisions and make them walk on eggshells, and that's
So
not.
will you admit that you added to that? Will you admit that your involvement with
How could
the
I not call
whole?
it out without somehow adding to that, right? If I call him out, it's
So,
adding.
but do you think you added to it in a way that is something positive, something that is more in line with what you're originally trying to present, or is this something else?
I think it's in line with just pointing out the kind of character that he is and showing that what he says, and I give my own opinions on it, right? Because that's my opinions. Everyone's opinions are different. When
I missed.
they may see something completely different.
Yeah,
All
I
I ask
missed. I
people
missed
is
some of your.
to think for themselves. That's
Yeah,
all
I
I've
missed
ever.
some of your video. I missed some of your video, but did you include the stuff that that you were saying to him also that caused his response to you? Because it's all in
I mean, you can
context.
watch the entire live shows with where he is the thumbnail, and you can get
I'm not
all of my
watching any of
opinions. I
them.
mean, no, I didn't spend more time to clip out my videos and show what I'm saying back to him. No, that people can watch the live stream for that because I'm giving my
Yeah,
opinion on that. So
yeah. And I don't know. I think maybe in hindsight, you'll probably see better what I'm talking about on the misguided attempt on trying to expose somebody that is just not really doing anything in the cryptid world as far as presenting facts or lying or anything like that. That's that affects the cryptid world. All maybe indirectly by some sort of influence, but it's like I would you should probably take on Wes Germer and Sasquatch Chronicles first because that talk about influence, that was one of the biggest influences in the last many decades. Or what
but
about
does
the whole Matt
people
Johnson? What about the whole Matt
does
Johnson
he
and
call
Portal thing?
Satanists certain people? Does he call people Satanists? Does he go after people like Josh does?
I,
No, he doesn't. He
but
just
but does he also post? Hey, let's
imagine.
flex on each other by posting all these silly weightlifting videos?
Well, who
No,
wants to fight me? Why would I want to fight a 50-year-old guy who's going to have a heart attack? For fuck's sakes, just do some.
it's that whole bravado that you guys have with each other. Is that no bravado that you guys have with each other? Because
It's
the whole
hilarious.
flexing videos that you guys had with the whole weightlifting shows what I'm talking about. It's that Mel bravado that you guys have. That is like
Technically,
the
I
rest
did
of us
my
are looking at you guys as like fucking silly shit.
technically, I did my push-up video way before I ever called Josh out, and it was because St. Jude's was doing a cancer thing, and it was 100 push-ups a day for the month of May or month of June or something. And I posted that last year, and I talked about how everyone needs to get into shape because everyone's the stereotypical fat Bigfoot redneck, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was never a competition and stuff. When he called me out and said he wants to fight, I just said, why don't we just do some push-ups? You don't have to fight me. My last video where I did 200 push-ups this last live stream, again, I'm talking about the physicality of Bigfoot research and how it will help you in your research. Nothing to do with Josh. So he took that, me doing push-ups, started making fun of me, calling me out, wanted to fight me. I said, well, why don't we just do push-ups? Because he was making fun of me.
He was nitpicking, trying to find something. That's why you guys start attacking each other's appearances, because you guys try and find nitpicky stuff so you can guys insult each other with. That's really what it is.
Well,
and
I
that's
try to
exactly
pick
what
out
that
the
was.
drama that I see from him. The only thing he can pick out is my beard and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean it is. But hey, I want to talk about this here real quick. As far as
person he is, and I just don't like it. I don't think it's good for the community. I don't think it's good for any kind of relationship with a person like that, no matter who it is. I don't care if it was Josh or any one other person. If I came across people like that, I try not to associate with them, and I don't like them influencing other people who are maybe little bit able to be influenced by people like that. You might not see nefarious things. I do. I don't like it. It's not going to turn into anything good. It's more drama. It's not criminal.
I know, that's why it's like I wouldn't even approach that with a 10-foot. That's why I distance myself very quick from that. I'm like, I'm not wanting any part of this, because when I called and talked to
the same, it needs to be called out. People are afraid. I don't care. I'm not as scared. It doesn't matter. Sue me. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck are you going to accomplish?
Yeah. So I want to address something here.
We can't be afraid of calling people out because of influence like what he did. So I do different.
Dude, I've called out the biggest people in the subject, man. I've called out literally the biggest people in the subject, and I really, that's like zero influence, or it doesn't matter. But I want to talk about this here real quick about. But I want to talk about this here real quick as far as what's this comment right here of somebody saying about if I'm working on keeping Josh happy so he won't attack me. Like, what am I doing? No, Josh doesn't attack me, and I don't have an issue with Josh because we worked it out. When he came at me sideways out of the blue, because I don't follow that drama. I don't follow his channel or anything, so I had no idea that he was insinuating me, and then he finally made a naming me, and so that's, you don't do. I mean, if you're gonna come at me like that with bullshit, and
he just
the thing is.
And calls out people.
Well, he's so involved in the drama that he needs to take a step back, that he doesn't realize he was going after the wrong people. That's what he did in this case. He recognized it. I made my video about it, spot on, and I talked to him, I think, the next day or two. And my first conversation with him, I lit him up. I yelled at him to the point where it was a very interesting conversation. But we eventually worked it out. Talked about the issues, and there's no issues because we manned up and talked about whatever the issue was. He realized that I wasn't the person that he thought I was, that I was, involved in all this drama and stuff. Because honestly, I don't spend like any time in this subject anymore. But he thought I was all involved with that. Once he realized it, he apologized. And that was the whole apology video that he had. My video, like I say, it wasn't really an apology. It was just more updating about what kind of went on, because again, he kind of came at me sideways. So there's no I'm worried about being attacked by anybody. I'm worried about being attacked by zero people. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? Like, I've had people like threaten me to come to my house. It's like, good, go for it. I'll shoot you in the fucking head if you do, right? It's like, who really cares? Who cares? It's like, if somebody really wants to walk up, nobody's ever going to, because, it's just all talk, because it's just internet stuff that's really stupid. That's wastes everybody's time. And I'm just trying to encourage you to bring resolve with the whole Josh thing, and maybe concede that, hey, yeah, maybe this was probably not the best topic, because it's like, look at, you didn't expose him doing anything. You exposed him being a dick. It's like, well, anybody can watch his video, some of those videos, and you'll see, oh, he's a dick. I'm a dick too, man. I'm a dick too. You could be a dick. Everybody could be a dick.
Right.
I'm probably a bigger dick than he is.
I think he is a crappy person who has an influence, and I already gave all the reasons.
You did, and I question.
Go after, because
would you like to?
Not Ferris, but it is influence, and people who've been influenced and has been scorned by it, they recognize it and stuff. And
I know they're in your chat right now, just like gaslighting, like making shit up now, like literally making shit up.
Make fun of them a little bit, because this is America. Everyone makes fun of everyone.
It is, but you're making it personal to the point where we can tell it's personal, to the point it's cringy to watch, because you guys are like attacking each other's hairlines and beards. It's like both of you have gone full retard.
He's a 50-year-old man with
his age is irrelevant, man. I'm 44, so like
years old with 36,000 views on a channel. He said it several times. I'm no influence. He could care less, but yet I matter so damn much.
36,000.
Like 35. It's almost 36.
Well, dude, he has zero. He has like pretty much zero influence. Let's be real, dude. No, he has zero influence in the subject, as far as like maybe a couple hundred people or so, or if that really, because
going on, and it does matter, and you can't stop obsessing over what I did, which is just a little old channel. Doesn't matter.
You can't. Don't minimize the stuff. Don't act like, oh, hey, I did nothing wrong. I just made some memes and some videos. No, dude, you fucking you did stuff to warranted responses. Let's be honest, man. Don't try and play. It wasn't me. I mean, come on, man.
If you want to talk about who's having issues and who's complaining, who's obsessing, and who has the real issues and going back and forth, it's the dude who's on the mountain looking down, trying to shit on some little dude, right? 1,700 subscribers. I matter enough to influence this guy enough.
You
It
pissed
doesn't
him
make sense.
off,
This
and
is why I called him out, because it's this man-child guy.
you
He's
guys
toxic.
are
It's
so weird
exactly
about. You guys are
and if
so weird about having
men,
subscribers
like,
define what a person is, like where they are on the level of things. Oh, he's got 30,000 subscribers,
yeah,
so he has this much influence, and
why
blah blah
does it
blah. It's like,
matter? You keep assuming I care about that stuff. If I cared about
well,
subscribers,
I
I
mean, you
wouldn't
keep
go
bringing
after
it up.
Josh, would I? I wouldn't go after
Well,
the
no, you
people.
keep bringing it up to the point where you're
Proves
using
it.
it as a, huh?
It matters, right? Because he claims again that I don't matter. I'm a little fucking channel. I mean nothing. But yet, 2 days ago, he's making fun of me because some guy broke into my house and I had to defend myself because the laundry room's dirty with clothes. Really? So no.
Yeah, that was stupid, man.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a, you know what? I call him out because it is bad. It is an issue. It is. He has no. If he never talked about me, never said anything, literally there would be nothing. He doesn't ever have to say anything. I literally don't matter because I don't have any subscribers compared to him, right? I don't matter.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you.
I do matter. I'm in his mouth. I'm in his brain. I'm obsessing. That's not normal, right?
Mhm.
This isn't. This is why I called him out. It's a whole plethora of things. It isn't one little thing that.
So
Josh
now
did.
that you called him out, and put out your grievance of what
Just,
you don't like,
just showing stuff. Yeah, I mean, what?
yeah. So now that you've done that, what would you like to do next? Would you like to maybe talk to him about it? What if he came to you and
What
said,
is
"Hey,
there to
man,
talk
can we talk about
when-
this?"
You're talking about a guy who has a foundation, who's had a, seems he talks about himself. He's had some issues all his life and stuff like that, hard life, whatever. You can't change a guy like that who talks about crying and I'm going to go to fucking hell because the way I'm acting, to making fun of fucking people, calling people out, and then, they're evil Satanists, and then you're going in this fucking circle, There's some fucking issues going on. That ain't normal. That's not. That does have some influence, and it has some negative influence, and he's showing it. They block people on Facebook, but yet they see the mutual friends, and they're giving everyone an ultimatum. I was friends. I would have a bunch of mutual friends. I was in Josh's group long before all this group started. I think we have like over 100 mutual friends. Do I expect him to go to every single one of them and really throw that down? No. But I think he's going to say to some people, hey, it's me or him. For some random people who've watched a show or don't know me, or I made a comment and they're just my friend, I know. That is affecting people. That is causing relationships to not flourish that could flourish and stuff, influencing future events based upon his butthurt feelings upon whoever he's mad at. That does have influence. He is making it. He is throwing down the gauntlet, and he's fucking telling it. He's threatening to shut his channel down. He's doing all this crap, the drama farming. So if he's directly trying to call people, so that doesn't make sense, right? You block people.
How
do you see the
yeah, I mean, I can understand why you would do it. I just think, yeah, I mean, I just wish you would go after like the West Groomers, the real people influencing, versus the whole story, the whole drama influence. Really, it's who cares what that is, because that has nothing to do with the cryptid world, really. But it's something I want to talk about here real quick with Abnormal Investigation. He's saying, sorry, Lori C. Brent is a friend of Giles, I guess that's Josh, I don't know, and don't know the whole story. So I'm not friends with him. He actually sent me a Facebook message wanting to talk about something like last month, and I still haven't responded. I don't really want friends in this subject. Like, I have the friends that I want. I try to keep my circles small because that's just what I do. I keep it small. And so it's no friendship. It's just, I like Blake here, and Josh, I don't think is should be warranting all this energy when we could be going after the Wes Germers, Randy Brissons, all those people. That's what I'm saying, because man, I just wish I wish we would talk more about those. Like, nobody's done a video nobody else has done a video about the whole Wes Germer hoax. I think everybody's like afraid of getting attacked. It's like, man, that's like this. That's so disappointing. But yeah, we're going to talk about drama that has nothing to do with anything or anything at all. But anyways, abnormal investigation, man, you're mad at me because I'm calling you out with your whole claim about Josh Turner got your son taken away. I'm asking for the proof of that. And we're almost what, 45 minutes in, and you still have zero proof of it. I would have that going right away. And if you're not allowed to talk about it, then why the fuck did you bring it up in the chat, huh? And if it is like a closed case, well, if the evidence is already out there publicly, like, oh hey, this is the timestamps of where Josh admitted that he actually called CPS and all that stuff, then it's public knowledge and that could be posted out there. So it's not an issue. So the fact that it hasn't happened yet is really illustrating my point of how you guys are causing a lot of the dramas yourself. Like, you guys are like following Abnormal Investigations word that Josh Turner got his kid taken away. It's like, there's zero evidence of it, like zero proof, and it's seriously doubtful that he did. But no, he wants everybody to think it. Why? Because, I don't know, he wants to continue with the drama. And it's like, geez, you wonder why your son was taken away. Fuck, man. These people are
so like this right here. This is probably, this I don't assume would be Josh. I probably assume this is some other troll account or something and stuff. But
no, it's probably Josh, because he was probably willing to talk to you about all this stuff. I think that we can man up and talk about like all the disagreements, concede like, yeah, I'm sorry I called you fat. Oh, hey, I'm sorry I called you a fin boy, or XYZ. Yeah, maybe we can start backing that stuff up and really
to want to threaten him that if I see him in the alleyway, I'll make sure I'll leave. Like, that's what he said.
Dude, who?
That's apparently what I did to him is warranted, that he needs to say. There's nothing that I've ever done, pointed out, or said, or made fun of.
But you can admit that that's probably just that's likely Mel bravado of him just trying to puff his chest up. I mean, that's like, he's never going to beat you up or going to fight or anything. Let's be realistic.
Well, if he has problems with words, then he has problems with a lot of things. If he has
problems, you guys both have problems with words. Shit, man, you guys are like making weightlifting. You're like fucking flexing on each other. You guys both have problems. That's why I'm trying to help.
And then you might disagree, but again, why if I matter, I don't matter to him. Why all the threats? Why take it so seriously? Why does my words hurt when I'm some measly ass channel? He said thousands of times that doesn't matter. I don't get views, right? This live stream will get like 150 views, right? It doesn't mean anything. No one's watching it and stuff, right? Then why is it such a fucking issue for him? Why does my words matter to him so much, right? Because that's what he is. Why does his
words matter to you?
Could have done this, and he would have acted the same way. Any random person could have done the same thing.
The same question could be posed to you as well. The same question could be posed to you as well. As we can make better decisions with how we respond to things, and that's why I really want to try and talk to you both about, because I don't see Josh as this like nefarious person. He has a monetized story channel in the cryptid world. No. Like, wow, that's, who cares? I can literally give dozens of communities out there that's far more taboo or weirder to have monetized. So it's like a cryptid channel. It's like, who cares? But
no, I just, he's the drama farming. I'm gonna shut my channel down. We need more money. Oh, we earn $1,000 camera that goes live stream. Oh, well, now we just can't have it, even though we, you could run.
Well, maybe after
channels and see, like,
maybe after.
I don't know.
Getting called out for this and discussing it more, maybe he will not do that and realize, hey, man,
he's I know the personality type. I've seen it enough. I've seen the cycles of him fucking crying, 50 years old, threatening people, doing this.
Yeah,
it is like, I don't want to be around that. I don't think that if I talk to him,
that's why you shouldn't have gotten involved. That's why you don't want to be involved, man. That's what I'm saying. You pick your targets when it comes to that, but
to be all polite and stuff, but that don't mean shit.
Yeah. So I wanted to.
Don't mean shit.
I'm sorry. I want to address this real quick with Abnormal Investigation. He's calling, saying,
bro, like, I literally have to get up at 4:00 and drive. Like, I don't.
All right.
I'm sweating.
Ultimately,
I'm fucking tired.
All right. Ultimately, I just want to say this with Ultimate or Abnormal Investigation. show the proof or shut the fuck up. Because that claim right there, it's like, man, that's fucked up to do. That's fucked up to throw up against somebody without any proof or evidence. So you have just been called out. So I expect, you know, if it is true, to be some sort of response to this being called out. If not, then
okay, well, you know,
we know where we're at with it.
The real Turners in the group, you know, I really don't care. If you guys are so butthurt about it, oh well, get over it. Ignore me. If I have such,
you guys should ignore each other.
If anyone has this much fucking influence over you that can come out of left field and literally move your whole life in one direction that you don't have control of, you guys have issues. Okay? You guys have a lot more fucking issues than what I pointed out. Any random bimbo stranger from fucking YouTube can make a video and then your whole world is a disaster.
But so
enough
ultimately,
said.
I want to say, ultimately, I want to say though, you know,
skin that I matter that much, then oh well, okay.
Yeah.
They've already blocked
ultimately,
me on Facebook. They don't need to threaten all the mutual friends that are friends with me, right?
Yeah. Ultimately, I was going to say, if you want this resolved, the three of us, you know, behind the scenes, not on a live stream, the three of us can.
What do I need to resolve with a bunch of people who get butthurt over a person who randomly comes out of left field and can shake their?
Because that's what men do.
Like,
that's what men do.
Well, I don't have any reason to need to associate or make amends because I don't need that. What is there for that?
Really, you just spent like what is there? You just spent like what 3 hours on almost 3 hours talking about it. Well, I mean, a 30-minute conversation ain't gonna hurt. I mean, just think it'd bring resolve, and you might actually talk some sense into Josh being like, "Oh yeah, you're actually right about that," and stuff like that.
I gotta play a video for Josh because you know if that's him, I have no idea if it's really him or not. I have no idea.
Is this going to feed into the drama and
paranormal channel?
That's what we're going to start associating the channel with.
Well, he wanted proof. I show proof. I don't make up bullshit. I will show something, right?
Be a paranormal.
That's not it. I don't know what it is because I don't have it called. It's just a random bunch of numbers. So we'll find out.
Yeah, but like I say, I think you, Blake, and Josh have a lot to offer the community, and I would like to see you guys bring your drama to resolve. And because I just think it's a waste of both of your time. You both look silly as fuck. Like literally, all of us are like laughing at you guys with how silly you are.
I don't care.
And you guys are better than that. You guys are much better than that, and I know you guys are. And you guys have so much to offer, and I really encourage you guys to move past this, like me and Josh did, because it's like it has nothing to do with anything, nothing to do with it. And if we want to talk about tick for tat and this and that, we can do that all day. But ultimately, we're just going to all concede that we both sides made mistakes and flame the situation, and there's no need to keep it going. Might as well just resolve it and put it to bed. Like that's what I did. Like, so it's like zero drama for me going forward. So it's like, that's what it is.
It takes me literally an hour to do everything, from everything. And I don't watch your 4-hour shows, guys. I literally can skip around, and you guys have a very bad habit of being on time of when you like to drama farm. So it's not, I actually have a routine down pretty quickly, and I cut my time very efficiently. Right?
So you are watching them enough to work on a routine with them.
Well, when I've done
just
videos 2 months ago, and I did 3 or 4 live streams based on all the video clips I did about him, yeah, you find a way to become more efficient, right? Like what you do, you play it in 2 speed. You don't listen to stuff at normal speed. You play it at 4 speed, 3 speed, whatever, right? There you come up with ways to streamline the process, right?
So hey,
with it and stuff, but I gotta play the threat. Okay.
I'm probably twice your age, all right? And if we met in an alley, well, what do you think's going to happen, okay? Obviously, I'm going to walk out of the alley.
So if that's
let me say something.
No, before I forget,
what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen?
So okay, so you want to take that as a threat, but
I mean, what is it, Brent? What is
well,
it?
Okay, so if you want to take it as a threat, you can also, well, if you want to let me talk, yeah. If you want to let me talk. What did he say at the very end? What did he say at the very end? He says, I'm going to walk out. Now that can be implied both ways. legally,
Oh,
there's no
okay.
threat there.
Okay,
So
Brendan,
you can't.
you can defend
I mean, if
that.
that's your
Anyone who
evidence of
wants
a
to-
threat, dude, that's weak as fuck. I'm sorry, dude. That's weak as
I
fuck if
have
that's your
been
evidence for a
saying that if
threat.
I showed up
I
to
would
your
hope
house,
for better of like him saying, I'm gonna kick that
he said,
motherfucker's ass and I'm gonna rip his throat out and remove his soul from his body. If I would have
okay,
if there's words like that, then I'd be like, damn, that's a threat. That's like a
I've already
hypothetical.
explained it. I've already asked
Maybe he will not.
I'm sure
I don't
that
know.
he can ask his
I'm
lawyer,
sorry.
or better yet, his lawyer can ask him, what did you mean by that, Josh? You're gonna walk out that alleyway. He's gonna make
And
sure.
Josh will be like, I was being responsible. I'm just going to walk away from any sort of drama. So
Okay,
that's
Brent,
how it could be.
I think you're reaching now. I think you're reaching now.
Well,
You
no,
know,
I'm
you're
saying that it's not really evidence of threat of a threat. It's
I don't think there's anyone who would listen to that who wouldn't consider that a threat in some way. I don't think
it can be perceived as a threat, yeah.
Like,
But if that's what you're hanging your hat on as a threat, then it's disappointing.
I didn't play it.
Okay.
I've showed you.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't have it ready to go. I have played another one. Well, I've showed you
Can
it. And I played it on a live stream before. Josh says,
can you do an impersonation of it?
Okay. He said, yeah. He said, something. He says, like, you would never come up down here, and I would never go up there. But if I did, you would never know, right? Implying, if I did come, if you came up there to where I'm at, I would never know. What am I supposed to?
Yeah, because he probably wouldn't call you and talk to you and say, "Hey, man, you want to hang out?" So it can be perceived like that. I get the veiled threat. No, I get what you're talking about, but I get the veiled. I get where you're going at with how you can perceive it as a threat. But it's like, man, really? It's like I laugh at stuff like that.
Josh can threaten people with lawyers and cease and desist and all that. That's fine.
Yeah, I would if I was him.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I've never said that about him or anyone else. So if he wants to meet me in a dark alley and make sure he leaves, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure what his intentions are, but it sounds like an underlying threat. Sounds like violence. Doesn't sound like he's going to shake my hand, Brent. Doesn't sound like he's taking out the trash, Brent. Doesn't sound like he's going to wave and say bye-bye, Brent.
Well, you don't know unless you talk to him. That's what I'm saying. I can facilitate that. But hey, Lil Kilroy, no, Wes Grimmer was caught hoaxing. That's the whole thing.
He'll play it off as I didn't mean it, blah blah blah. It's right there.
Yeah,
you watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. I'd like to get that result. But Lil Kilroy,
but defending that, there's no way you can defend that, man. You can't make up hypothetical bullshit when it's right in front of your fucking face. He literally said it. You feel the intention. You get it. It's no mismatch bullshit, right? Well, what is it? He's not giving me.
Did you call the cops? Did you call the cops?
Do I need to?
Well, making it such a big deal. You're making it such a big deal that because the cops aren't going to do anything with that.
Or do you feel like I need to? I'm so influenced by it that I would need to call the cops.
Well, if you feel that it's a direct threat, that you should call the cops. But
your opinion is it's not a threat. I'm letting other people.
I'd say put the whole situation in context, and it's just Mel Bravado puffing up the chest, kind of like how you guys have both been doing to each other.
It sounds like a threat. It sounds like he wants to fight. Like he's made several times of what would happen and this and that, and he's a former this, former that. He can do this, he can do that. Yeah, the full context of it sounds like fighting. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Silver Bullet.
I gotta go to bed. I got work. I got to get up at 4 a.m. I got a 2-hour drive. I got all day at work. So.
Oh, hey, Josh. Hey,
have some big Royal Rumble battle, whatever the fuck. I don't care. It's gonna be
Josh.
I don't think it's gonna be anything.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Please don't strike this video because you do have a right to strike it because of copyright. But can you please not strike it? No, please don't strike it so we can keep this conversation intact.
But there is no copyright.
No, you totally broke the copyright, dude. You totally did. Like, you totally did. Trust me, you did. No, you totally did. But at any rate, Josh, can you just not?
I've ever got copyright striked. I've never had a problem because this is a First Amendment protected activity. I'm giving my opinion. I'm disseminating news to the Bigfoot community. It's a First Amendment protected activity and right. I am not doing anything. I'm giving commentary on every single little thing. I'm giving my artistic interpretation with the memes and stuff. So there is no, in fact, way. Unless you
No,
want to
you played the clips way too long. You played the clips way too long without commentary over talk on it.
No, you can do whatever you want. It don't matter. I've never
No,
gotten
no,
trouble.
that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't
You know,
matter.
any channel has
You
that
can
right
try.
to get your video taken away. What I'm saying to Josh is please don't
And
put a
YouTube
strike on
can do
this
that
video
too,
so
but
we can maintain this
Nicole
conversation
has
that we had.
clearly explained that the first you have a right to talk about people, give commentary on movies, on news, on individuals, on what people say in a public forum, which is YouTube. So no, YouTube might have a policy that it goes against.
Dude, trust me, I have a lot of experience with this with YouTube.
That's fine.
Dude, I have a lot of experience with this with the YouTube. No, legally, I'm telling you, legally, it's a copyright. You broke.
It doesn't matter. That's not the law. It's YouTube's policy. It isn't the fucking law. And if YouTube really wants to push it, then I guess I take them to court, like other people, and like what Steve Coles I think said, right? Because that's
thank you, Josh.
Law.
Thank you, Josh. I apprate that. And no, he's not going to. He's not going to. He's going to leave the video up. And I hope, Blake, that you'll be willing to. I'll reach out to you behind the scenes, and so maybe we can all set up a thing so we can all talk about this.
Gonna play politically nice and all that, but I've explained everything. I gave my opinion to you. I think I've said it several times. My opinion isn't going to really change because he's going to act nice on a telephone or on a screen. Okay. Like I said, it isn't about what people talk about on a phone. It isn't how they present themselves in front of everyone else. It's what they do behind closed doors. It's how they react. It's their actions. And I've shown it. I think you can see it. I think people.
But the same can also be said about you.
Agree. Well, okay, but I don't threaten people. I don't threaten with lawyers. And
granted, yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any threats or vague stuff like that. But it's
not the same.
But it's not like you. But it's not like you don't have a dog in the fight there, though. I mean, you kind of contributed to it, and I think some of his threats towards you is probably a response to your videos towards him. So it's like escalating situations to the point now you're griping that he made some sort of alley threat of walking out, and you're like, oh my God, that's bad. And it's like, but what do you expect, dude? Like literally, what do you expect? I go after people, and I expect them to come after me. I'm not going to go bitch about it, but like, oh, he's threatening me now. I can't do this shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, if he wants to threaten people with lawyer, I guess some evidence of my own.
I would, dude. If there's a suable offense going forward, I am going to sue the fuck out of people. Seriously, because it's like such a fucking joke now. This subject, this whole online cryptid community is a fucking joke.
Enough to sue anyone. If he wants to waste money on a lawyer, and go ahead. I have nothing to win over. So you can.
He's not going to sue you. He's not going to sue you because there's nothing to sue you over.
It's not real. It's not real. He's not suing anyone. It's not real. Okay. If he wants to.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you have evidence of that to show that there's no lawsuits or anything?
That's my opinion.
Okay. Well,
I'm talking bullshit. Where's the police reports of the vehicle that just got vandalized? Where's the police reports of this other stuff? Right. Where's the pictures?
Our insurance. Yeah.
Right. Where's the pictures?
You can ask. Nothing wrong with asking evidence for that. I mean, nothing wrong with asking evidence. If it's getting thrown out there, then ask for evidence saying, hey, show me the police report.
I gave my opinion about it. I think they're a certain way. And if me, a stranger from left field, a channel that has minimal subscribers compared to that big old mountain, right? How can I influence a whole fucking group of family people in such a way that it causes such a disaster at the very foundation? That's why I call them out, because these aren't healthy people to be.
But I mean, look who they have to deal with. Look at the dude like from Abnormal Investigation. He's fucking lying about having their children taken away and blaming it on Josh, dude.
Okay.
How could you not have like fucking responses like his, dude? That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up to do.
What they want on here. If people want to say, just keep it, everyone's going after each other in chat. Can you guys keep it a little bit, come on now. I don't block comments. I leave all the comments up. You have freedom of speech here. Just don't go over the board. Okay. I agree. Evidence should be shown in that matter, right? But like I said,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Josh and the family doing their thing.
Well,
that's the drama and all that. I've already pointed it out. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big thing to throw out there without evidence. Hey, you got my kid taken away. It's like, wow, man. Do you guys not understand? Do you guys not understand something like that, an allegation like that? Like, do you guys not understand the importance and severity of that? If you don't, then it's like, I'm sorry that you're behind the 8 ball on that one, but that's fucked up, and he needs to be called out for it. I'm gonna go log on his channel tomorrow or something like that, and if there's nothing in the community post, fucking A, dude. Straight up proof that dude right there is a fucking joke, and those are the problem in it.
If that is true, and these are the real Josh and the real family, I think Josh did say that they are in a legal battle, or I might have misread that, right?
It doesn't matter because Abnormal Investigation was already talking about it. He's the one who put it in chat, so he's bringing it up. If he can't talk about it, then why the fuck is he talking about it? He said, shut the fuck up. And if he doesn't, then it's not. But Blake, man, you got to go though, man. You really do got to go, man. You got to go to bed, man, because you got work tomorrow, bro. Come on, I'm keeping you up, man.
It's another hour.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'll shut up, man. I will message you behind the scenes though, and we'll chat tomorrow though, because you got to get some sleep tonight.
I can do it Thursday, 8 o'clock.
All right.
Earliest.
All right. Well,
appreciate it, Brent.
Yep, man. We'll chat soon.
All right, take it easy.
All right. See you later.
All right, I do appreciate your opinion, Brent. I think we differ, like we do on some things, but we have a mutual respect, and you guys can watch this live stream. I've done enough talking and all that, and explaining and all that, and that's about it. So. Like I said, that's about it. So take it easy, everyone. God bless everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing good and stuff. And we'll catch you maybe Thursday night, maybe some other time. I don't know. I'm very busy doing a lot of different things now. So I don't know, and I can't guarantee Saturday shows and stuff like that, but I'll be on sometime. So I appreciate everyone. Take care and carry on.